we saw that they were doing the half marathon, and my sister and my friend were like, oh, we should just do the half. And then I did that thing where I don't know if you guys have siblings, but I did that thing with my sister where I was like, oh, should I do the full? Yeah, I'm just going to do the full. Like I totally just asked the question and answered it in the same sentence. Yeah. I was like, yeah. And my sister's like, are you insane? I'm like, yeah, obviously. Like nothing's new here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 101 of the On the Runs podcast. We are coming to you on a Wednesday night, 2 episodes this week, and we are getting a snowstorm right now. Hey, I said I wanted 2 more storms like a month ago.
I am so pissed. So this is your fault.
Yes, it worked. It worked.
You're going to get my marathon canceled this weekend.
Dude, Ragged
with you.
Mountain is getting 18 inches of snow. I'm at least going to make 2 trips there this weekend, like Friday and Sunday.
Springtime. No.
I agree. I wish the snow was here in like January, but a couple more epic ski days. I'm so excited. Yeah, it's funny. When like a month ago, I was like, 2 more storms, 2 more. It finally happened. It is, well, actually, outside my house right now, it's hailing, and it's probably doing the same at your house.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of sleet, but I'm just really sad because spring was here and Steph Swan got beautiful purple flowers, and this is going to kill her flowers, and I'm really sad about that.
Where does she live?
She's in Mass.
Okay, maybe she'll be fine.
Sure.
It might be fine. It might just be some extra water and hydrate the flowers.
Cold. It's too cold.
It is really. It's in the 40s. It's fine. Steph, it's going to be okay.
I don't want it up here, man.
It's going to be just.
It's going to ruin my rail trails again. Ugh.
So I just put all the kids to bed, and I had to put a tooth under the pillow because we just pulled out one of Adeline's front teeth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it on video.
This isn't her first tooth, is it?
No. But it's like the first big front tooth. So now she has a big empty space, kind of like I do with my fake teeth when I take them out. But
what's the going rate these? Oh, I was not expecting that. Yeah. For those of you out there who are not watching on YouTube, he just took his implant things out, or what do you call it? A retainer?
Yeah, whatever it is. I can't afford implants. If anybody works in the dental industry and wants to hook me up with some implants, I need some real ones. Yeah, it's wicked expensive. I'm gonna get 4. I'm gonna get 4. The whole entire front grill eventually.
Oh, yeah. All right. But I need to know, what's the going rate these days for the tooth fairy?
Oh, sure, it's so off. Like, I guess some kid got $20 once, and
really? Oh, does she know about that? And she's like expecting some.
I think it was like I think it was like our neighbor's friend who said, "Oh my God, so and so got $20," and like Adeline might have got 5 or 1. Anyways, all I know
whatever the tooth fairy has in their wallet.
All I know is we have some saved $2 bills.
Oh, that's a $2
bill is kind of cool, right?
Those are special. Yeah, you don't find those very often.
Yeah, it would be, I think, like, honestly, you have to go to the bank and request for $2 bills. The only time you tend to get them is, like, if you work in the bartending industry and they give you a $2 Casey Neistat has a video about going to the bar and giving a $2 tip with a $2 bill.
I'm intrigued, though. A friend of mine used to
The whole point of the video is, like, some girl's, like, looking at him like, I don't like you. And then she notices he gives a $2 tip with a $2 bill. And she's like, oh, you want to get out of here?
All right. That's, I didn't know that was a way of flirting these days.
Maybe.
That's clever.
Maybe. It was a fun video. It's an old video. Casey Neistat, are you even aware who I'm talking about?
We have talked about Casey. Yes, he's the YouTube star. He ran New York City, and he was doing all these videos about it. And I think I watched like his one of his videos for New York City, and it was pretty interesting.
I got addicted to Casey like 8 years ago, and I watched every one of his daily vlogs. He'd vlog like over 500 days in a row. I actually think he almost made it to 800 days in a row. And I got addicted. It was like the perfect little 8 to 12-minute video every day. It dropped at 8 in the morning, and he was like just so passionate about it, and he did it with like this cinematography type style.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like 100,000 followers when he started, and he was like trying to grow, and that wasn't a big number, I guess, in his mind or at the time. And someone just said, hey, consistency, post every day. And he climbed up to 10 million in a year, 100,000 to 10 million in a year. And speaking of growing and hitting big numbers, we now have over 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Yes, we were bound to crack that, but I think we owe a little of the credit to Lindsay.
Well, so, Lindsay put out a post today. It's funny, we hit 1,000 yesterday, and then like within 12 minutes, it was back to 999. And then we hit 1,000 again, and then it was back to 999. And Lindsay made some posts to like really get us over that hump. And I don't know, we're at like 1,008 right now. The consistency, the growth, like the hockey stick, it stayed consistent. We've never really gotten a huge bump, but we've been getting about 10 every episode since we're at 101 episodes. It would make sense that we're at 1,010. We're about there. But I would love to see a little, like when we hit 200 episodes, I don't want 2,000. I would like to see that growth, just the stick keep going higher and higher and maybe getting steeper and steeper, like climbing more. We'll see.
Well, I mean,
it's just the numbers.
I think the numbers will climb, especially when people like Catherine Switzer there shares our reels and stuff on their own pages. So that
not
was a
only
nice
that,
surprise.
Not only that, but like her PR team emailed us and is now giving us other guest suggestions that they would like us to have on. And we looked up this guy. They wrote the nicest email to us. I just sent you a screenshot like in the last 20 minutes. And I'm like, holy cow, this is, they wrote to me and I first said yes. And then they said, I'll introduce you in another email. And they wrote a little description of our podcast to this future guest. And I was like, that was the best description ever.
They nailed it. Yep.
Nailed it. I'm going to steal it and use it. Like, amazing.
Very nice.
We woke up this morning, 1, to 1,000 followers, but 2, I saw our reel that I posted the other day. And I first just thought, oh, it's there. It popped up. I must be on my other Instagram account. And then I realized that was from Catherine's Instagram account. And it was probably someone from her team, but they took it and posted it. And I just felt like such an amazing compliment to us.
Seriously.
Like they liked what we did and what we put out and the video we made. And it's so much to put on Catherine's own Instagram page.
Made me feel so special. It was my face. My face in that
I said that. I go, Erica, get used to your mug being on Catherine's Instagram for the rest of time.
Until she decides to not have it there. But as long as she wants to keep it up, we are perfectly happy with it and very proud of what we accomplished with that. Such a nice guest appearance.
It really was. It really was. Maybe she'll be in Boston. We know that. Maybe we'll run into her, cross paths. That'd be super cool. So much exciting things are happening in Boston. I think by next Tuesday, we'll know what we're doing and where we're going to go. We're just probably going to go and walk around and explore and try to like see a couple people. Letty reached out to us and wants to say hi. I really hope we get to meet our guest for episode 101. Let's talk about it. Let's get to that. Episode 101. We have one of our new best friends.
You know when you just meet someone and you just vibe so well that you just know that you're going to be friends? Like this is how I felt with Allie G, Alex Granata. She is just a bubbly ray of sunshine and we just clicked. I don't know. It just was meant to be.
And you'll hear a cool little thing once we get to Alex, like the experience she had. She kind of got to meet Catherine really quick. It was super cool. I don't know where I was going with that. I've totally lost on where I was going with that. I had it in my head and I was going to go somewhere. Oh, we have talked to Alex every day since we recorded with her. We've had this group chat. In fact, it's a group text message chat, which we don't do typically.
Not all the time.
Only one other person has our phone numbers in a group chat with phone numbers. That's Brittany Charbonneau. Like Tara Pterodactyl doesn't even know my phone number. That's a funny story for another time because she deleted my number. Remember?
Well, we have multiple group messages going around with Messenger and Instagram. So
Tara Pterodactyl, a few months ago, before the whole Peloton thing, texted us in a message or Instagram and said, "Hey, I don't even have your phone number, guys. What's your phone number?" So hours later, I finally said, "Hey," and I just sent her a bunch of memes or a bunch of GIFs and like 5 of them. And then days later, we're in the car going to New York City, and I go, "You never responded to all my funny GIFs." She goes, "Oh,
call them GIFs."
What is it? A GIF or a GIF?
I call them GIFs. I don't know.
I think it's a GIF.
I agree to disagree.
But she says, "I was at the bar and I thought I gave my number to somebody and I just thought you were some loser I gave my number to. So I deleted it the next morning."
Nice.
But back to Alex. She's so cool.
We had such a blast talking to her, getting to hear her journey to Boston. And now it's only like a week away. And we are just so excited for her to experience all that Boston has to offer.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. We really blended.
Yeah.
But you guys are going to love Alex Granata, or Allie G, as some people like to call it, the Allie G Show. So, Erica, why don't you send us off?
Here we go. Here's Alex Granata on the On the Runs podcast.
Our next guest on the pod is fresh off the New York City half marathon. She's a Peloton fanatic and gets to hang out with some of her favorite instructors. One of them even created a running playlist for her to listen to during her first marathon that just happened to push her to a BQ. And in a few weeks, she'll be running in the Boston Marathon. We are wicked excited to welcome Alex Granata to the On the Runs podcast. What's up, Alex?
What's up, guys? I'm so excited to be here. This is going to be the best chat ever. I'm feeling it.
We're already having a blast. I'm so excited to finally get to talk to you. I've only really seen you around the Peloton leaderboard. Hashtag TheAllieGshow. We love it. So
right.
Welcome to the On the Runs podcast.
Thanks, guys.
I need to ask you about Allie G, because I'm like, do I call her Alex? Do I call her Allie G? I see your Instagram. I'm creeping. You got Allie G written on some. You got Alex written on the others. And I'm like, do I call her Alex? What do I do here? So tell me who Alex or Allie G is, and what do we call you?
You can call me whatever you want, as long as it's respectful. I have gotten every nickname in the book. I'm Alex. I'm Allie G. I've gotten Granola before because people think I'm a hippie and my last name. But the real ones call me Allie. So I'm giving you full permission to call me Allie because in the pre-show we became real ones. But yeah, and then somebody took the Instagram handle, TheAllieGshow, and I'm patiently waiting for this person to release it so that I can scoop it up.
Oh, Erica, it's a sign. It's a sign, Erica. You have to change yours now before someone else takes it.
You do. I'm telling you. It was my biggest regret.
I don't know if you're aware, but I'm trying to get her for a year now. Okay, not for a year, but last year, Erica got her 6-star, and she changed her Peloton name.
That was like the first thing I did.
Erica.
I was like, nailing it. It's mine. But I haven't pulled the trigger for anything else yet.
But I'm like, you have to change your Instagram handle. Like Bex calls her out and shouts her out all the time. 6-star Erica. Well, when Bex wants to send you a message on Instagram, she's going to be like, where's 6-star Erica? Where is she?
You need to change it.
If you have not changed it by this episode, you're going to lose it. And
Fine.
Alex,
somebody else is going to take it. I'll have to pay for it.
You're going to lose it, and it's just you did an amazing, super, super cool thing that you should be so proud of. So I vote for changing it.
Yes, it'll
ASAP,
happen.
Or else you're going to end up like me.
Before this drops.
Stalking the Allie G Show on Instagram, waiting for her to give it up.
Fine, all right. I can.
Do you have like is it like on your radar, or do you just look it up every day? Do you even know who it is? Like, have you contacted them?
No, I just can't be that person that actually contacts them. It started off as a joke, and then I recently went for a run with Kirsten Ferguson, and she went to tag me in her story, and she's like, "What is your handle?" And I'm like, "Oh, let's just not get into it." That was the last time I looked it up. I don't actually give it that much attention, but I do, when I do things like this, I think about it.
Well, I'm looking it up right now. Their last post was March 3rd. They got 7 likes. I mean, come on. We could
give it up.
Could we do a GoFundMe or something and offer them to donate the money to a good cause? You could do like _Allie G Show.
I know.
You could do something.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Erica's
it's
not
not
in
the
her head.
same flow. Like if I couldn't have 6-star _Erica, I'd be like, nope, it's over. Nope, that's it.
All right.
I'm
Well,
giving
Eric,
away my secret. I don't know. Somebody's
I
gonna take it, I
think.
swear.
Listen, this person has 802 followers. That's pretty good because I hope by now have 1,000. I mean, but
That's more
maybe
than my
they've been
personal
growing.
account has, so good for them.
They got a Twitch Oh, I don't know. They have their
I know,
own
it's the
Twitch TV
thing.
show.
I know.
Oh,
That's
DM for
that's the
collabs.
catch.
Listen,
I could DM. Maybe
I might.
if her DMs are open.
I might
Maybe I
jump in
should.
there. I might jump in there and be like, "What can we do to get your handle? We'll donate money to a good cause. Maybe we throw the money towards someone's Boston Marathon charity. You know, maybe they're a good person to throw an underscore before the Alley. You could be underscore the Alley.
Okay,
we'll figure this out.
Yeah,
throw the underscore
man,
first.
I love it.
We need to figure this out. I think I need to recruit both of you.
We're on it
to get me through it.
It might take a few weeks after Boston because it's going to be busy for us, but this is part of our Boston Weeks episode. We have 4 amazing women on the podcast. We went all women this year because we had a very special guest just the last episode for our 100th. And you happened to just drop in on her when we were finishing up, and you kind of had one of these faces. You're like,
yeah, pretty much.
Erica, paint the picture here.
We just had a wonderful conversation with the one and only Catherine Switzer,
Unbelievable,
pioneer of women's marathoning. And did anybody? Eric didn't prep you that we were talking to her, and you were just gonna pop in and
nope.
So surprise!
But I'm happy that that's how it was supposed to play out.
Yeah. Well, we went a little late and that's why it worked out that way. But she actually was like, "Hi, Alex, how are you?" and gave you some advice when you said it was your first Boston Marathon. How cool is that?
Amazing. I will never forget that moment. And thank you guys so much for letting me pop in a little early.
Our pleasure.
I'll be honest. I was kind of like stalling the hang up there. I know we weren't recording, but we were just chatting. It was like the post talk chat. I was stalling knowing you were coming in 1 minute. I really was. So I was like, I want a cool moment here. This is cool. Your first marathon and it's the woman who ran Boston the first time ever as a registered runner. I'm like, that was a cool moment. I'm really glad you got to have that.
Full circle.
Thank you guys for that. That was a real full circle moment. I will be thinking about that as I'm going over Heartbreak Hill and a bunch of the other hills to come before and after.
Well, let's learn how you got there, but let's start with just you. You are Alex, and you are from where? Where are you from? Tell us your story. What were you, like a soccer star? Were you a runner? Were you a band geek or something? What did you do growing up? Tell me. I know you work in music. So is music like a passion of yours too? Tell us about Alex.
All right. So I am from New Jersey, born and raised. I've been here my whole life. I am just about 30 minutes outside of New York by train or by car, which is amazing. I'm like 45 minutes to an hour from the closest beach. So I really can't complain. I got everything. I got mountains up north.
That's like the best of both worlds. Awesome.
Honestly, I'm here for it. Jersey's a cool place, even though people think it's not. But I played soccer. I played lacrosse all throughout high school. I didn't really stop playing soccer until I got to college because I went to Case University and they didn't have sports at the New York City campus. So I kind of left that. And then I just started running to relieve stress. And that's kind of how it started. And then in the last few years, I started running a little bit more competitively, which has been a whirlwind of a journey that we're going to get into for sure. But yeah, so growing up, I was super active. Always did the whole sports thing. I have no musical talent. I would love to be able to sit here and tell you guys I played an instrument, but
you're not alone. I can't either.
Yeah, it's not my thing. Like I have this whole theory that people can either pick up instruments super quickly or pick up languages super quickly, and I got the language side of it, so I was like, oh, bad.
I got nothing. So
do you speak other languages?
I mean, not anymore. I'm very out of practice, but I did. If I used to speak Italian with my grandparents, so that was a thing for a while. But yeah, I came from a musical family. My dad has been a producer for Sony Music for a long time. And then, of course, I ended up working in music and, the rest is history. Yeah, I was on the record label side before that, but now I'm in the live concert space, which is super cool.
Like Live Nation? Cool. Is that what you mean by live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work for Live Nation.
Is that iHeartRadio?
No.
Okay, so they're not okay. I wasn't sure. I don't get to go to concerts much. I have little ones. So,
oh well.
But
we
when I
gotta change
do,
that, you can bring them.
well,
We'll teach
I
them
love
young.
OAR. I really love OAR, and
They're coming
and then I
around.
love Aerosmith. What a big difference there, right?
Listen,
pretty sure Aerosmith is done.
if we had more time,
They are not done. Oh my god!
Are they touring still?
Yes.
Yep.
They just did. They just did a tour. They just did like a residency at. Well, no, that's U2. They're at the Sphere. But Aerosmith was in Vegas for quite a while, and I almost
All
went.
right, I digress.
The only band I've never seen that I want to see is U2. So I'll tell you what, if you can make U2 happen, and I tried a couple years ago in Boston, and it was like $700. I was going to go by myself. I was like totally down for it. But my favorite song in the world,
man.
I know, unless you know somebody. Do you know anyone who works for Live Nation? No. My favorite song.
You know I will.
Oh yes, my favorite song in the world
for the Instagram handle. How's that?
Sold. Well, wait, he can do it because I don't.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. If anyone wants to help me get this Instagram handle, you can support us at patreon.com.
Yeah, we'll see.
But no, my favorite song in the entire world is "Beautiful Day" by U2, and so they're the only band I haven't seen that I want to. But I've seen Aerosmith 3 times. I've seen OAR probably 6 now, and I'll say I need to see U2, which that might be over, and I need to see anything at Red Rocks. But I would love it to be OAR.
Dying to go to Red Rocks.
I'll go with you. I'll be your content team.
I think we should all go together.
Yeah,
I would love that.
So let's say this now.
I told you, instant besties.
If OAR plays at Red Rocks, we go to Colorado, we go to the concert, and we find a race to sign up for and run.
Yeah, that's right.
And we record the podcast live from Red Rocks. Oh,
yes, yes, we're doing it. I'm sold.
I just love where your ideas are going. Take me with you.
And here I am just jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah, you're invited.
No, I love
it. To rock.
You're one of us. You really are. So yeah, one big thing we're into is Peloton. And I think that's really kind of how we connected first months ago, maybe even a year or two ago. You go to Peloton a lot. We see it. We're jealous. We're envious. You hang out with Bex and with Emma, and you're part of Team Wilpers.
Casually dropped that you ran with Kirsten Ferguson the other day.
Yeah. Tell us about Peloton because we finally got to go. We love it. We love them. Tell us how you got, because I know there's a story that involves work and like you were living under a rock maybe, and I gotta jump on this train.
I was definitely living under a rock. So I'll drop a little bit of a bomb, but during, or I guess right before COVID, kind of in that transition of like, okay, well, I'm not playing sports in college. I'm gonna kind of take up running as a hobby / stress reliever situation. I got super, super hurt. I wish I had a cool story for you, but I don't. And this kind of could be an oh crap moment, I guess, because it's literally the most boring injury story I think you'll ever hear. But I quite literally broke every bone on the left side of my body. At least this is what it felt like.
What happened?
I fell down the stairs because guys, you're gonna make fun of me so hard. You're not ready. You're not ready
for you.
You're not ready. You know when you like take this is so stupid. You know when you like take new socks out of a package? So yes. I call them, it's when everybody's like, what happened to you? I'm like, fresh socks, because I literally put on new socks. And in my house, we have like these 2 stairs and we have like a side door. And then there's like a full set of stairs to our basement. And we have like a finished basement, but the floor is like tile, like it's like ceramic tile. Mm-hmm. And I literally just fell. Like I just like ate it. No joke.
Oh, no.
And I mean, now it's fun because I can laugh about it and it's like stupid. But after that, this was like in between. I was like interviewing for my first full-time job ever after college. This happened. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, oh shit. And that was wild. And then I started my job and everybody's had their Pelotons. And I was like, well, all of you were talking about it. And we worked in an office out of an amphitheater in New Jersey. And there were only 8 of us that worked there full time. Very close knit. See the same people over and over again. You're working all summer long. That is literally all they talked about was Peloton. And I was like, okay, well, I need this, but I'm also kind of like recovering / slowly dying. It felt like from this injury. And my boss at the time was like, no, it helps, like cycling helps. And I had never done it. Erica, we were talking a little bit about this before we started recording. I was like, I'm not cycling. There's no shot you're getting me on a bike. And yeah, long story short, started it. I got the job. I started the job. Everybody was talking about it. I got the bike. And yeah, during COVID, I was still doing the running thing, but I just cycled a ton. And then I really found like my groove with Team Lovewell and all of that, and realized there was a leaderboard. And I'm sure you've heard this. I do live under a rock. Did not know that like people could ride live and do all that stuff. I thought the only part of the business that existed was in the UK.
Really?
Yeah, no, I solely took like Ben and Leanne.
You're like
forever.
30 minutes from the studio and you think it's on the other side of the pond.
Guys, it's embarrassing. But yeah, and then one of my friends was like, oh, you have to take the live runs on the app. And I took Adrian's Chris Cornell run, obviously music related. Amazing run if you've never taken it. And I bought the tread the next day. And then I took Beck's Halloween run, which you can imagine how that went for me. It was great. And listen, I still run with her pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday.
So you two run together, actually. The two of you run together.
We've been on the leaderboard together. Yes. Absolutely.
Did I put it in the show notes of the email that you two were going to just like totally kick it off?
It was in my show notes.
Yes.
And in bold, I'm like, do not go on for too long because I could talk forever.
Oh, no, we're a long form podcast. That's what we're here for. And we have no one else to record with after you. So until Erica hits bedtime,
listen,
yeah, it's all you.
Don't even say it. Don't tempt me.
I'm surprised that you're still like up and energetic after the day you had yesterday with your race, though.
I don't even know how.
Tell us about that.
Quite honestly, it was really, really fun. I like it's crazy, and this is going to be long-winded, and we're going to get more into it, I know, but I think racing for me has totally changed since I like first started running competitively. And I know that's like sounds so corny to say out loud, but it's so true. Like I was never the person that could go to a race and like not go full send. Like that was never my vibe. I was always like, no, you have to beat yourself every time. You have to PR every time. And then, you know, when you get more into it and you start to realize that that's not going to be the case all the time, you kind of like have a newfound respect for your body and what it's capable of doing.
Absolutely.
And I just kind of let it rock yesterday. And the only other time I did that was the New York Marathon because I was coming straight out from Chicago, which was a race for me. I was racing. I did really well, but I was like, New York's the victory lap sort of before Boston. And I just like let it rock during the marathon. And I had the same vibe yesterday. So it was really fun. The training cycle hasn't been super easy for me just because I think I've gotten hit with every single illness you could possibly get. And they all feel so like, for lack of a better word, like elementary. Like, when do you get the flu?
Totally
like,
get it.
I don't think I've ever gotten the flu. And I got the flu. And then like, I had like strep throat. I'm like, who gets strep throat?
Right. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. Like everybody's been getting knocked out by it. So it just sucks. It happened to you too.
Oh, I know. And then I'm just like, I feel like everybody kind of had the same mentality in February. And I'm like, you got this. So it was a nice confidence boost yesterday. And I felt really strong yesterday. I feel good today. So that's all I can ask for.
Excellent.
Who do you run with? You ran with, I think, your sister or some friends?
I did. I had a few friends running it actually this year. I was the only one that got into the lottery last year. It was my first year doing it last year. This year, I basically peer pressured all of my friends to join the lottery. And I was like, well, just let the universe decide if you should run. And like almost everyone got in. It was, we got there and I was like, okay, guys, it's time. But yeah, my sister got to run it, which was really cool this year. It's a special thing for us to do all these races together. It's amazing.
That's great. By the way, I feel like running peer pressure is the only kind of acceptable peer pressure. So just go for it with everybody else. I tend to do that with a lot of people.
I preface all this by saying I would never peer pressure anyone to do anything super bad. So
Yep. Good.
And then at the end of the race, which was yesterday, but this is dropping in a couple weeks. At the end of the race, you ran into Tallulah's mom.
I did run into Tallulah's mom, which was so surreal. Like I knew Bex was going to be at the finish line, but I never time things well. Like I'm not one of those. I'm always like, I never lift my head up when I'm running. And, like yesterday that was kind of special for that reason too. Like I saw Mariana on the course and I screamed her name like 3 times and I was like, oh my God, please look over. Cause I actually never see anyone. And then I saw my whole family like leading up to the park. And then I got to the finish line and saw Coach John Ferry, who is another Team Opers coach. And then I turned around and Bex was right there. And I was like, oh my God, it's Bex and Tallulah. So of course I went up to her.
Perfect way to end that race.
Yeah. And she just looked at me. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know, but I'll be fine.
And she says that as a friend because she knows you and you're there all the time. So it's not just like, are you okay looking at me funny? No, it's like, are you good?
I must have had a look on my face where she was like, are you good, girl? I'm like, I'll be fine. But that was really special. It's cool to end the race that way.
Well, you were definitely cooking. I was following your stories yesterday, and I'm surprised you didn't wind up running like 14, 15 miles because you were zigging and zagging and high-fiving and giving hugs
crazy.
out.
I know. I was trying to keep it in check.
What's the vibe for the New York City marathons and races there? And you're going to get to experience the vibe in Boston soon, but tell us a little bit about the NYC vibe.
That was really special to me just because even though I live in Jersey, like I feel like I grew up in New York. That was like the spot to be. And I was like 14 and 15, like begging my sister to drive me into the city, me and my friends into the city to like do dumb shit. But yeah, it was a really special one. Not only because it was kind of like my victory lap of the year last year, but I just knew that my entire family and all of my friends were going to be there, and my friends were running with me. My whole run crew was there. And I don't know if it just was because it was the New York Marathon or what, but I feel like everybody was spread out so perfectly, at least in my opinion. Like I knew who was going to be in Brooklyn. I knew I could make it to there. And then you kind of just mentally check those things off in those checkpoints in your head. But the vibe was insane. And I've never seen like a group of strangers come together like that in my entire life. Like I was running the Queensboro Bridge, and again, apparently I make faces. I don't know when I'm running, and I feel like maybe I'm dying. But I must have been like looking like I was struggling on the Queensboro Bridge, and some dude just tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, "You got this. Like, let's go. We're running to the end together." And I was like, "All right, sick. Like, you got this." And then you kind of get in that vibe, like as you know, everything you get it. But as you go through the motions, the highs and lows, you're like, "Wow, that stranger like really just pushed me to mile 20." And mile 20 is the Bronx, and it's like a quick second, and you're like, "Oh, it's over." but the vibe was next level. And I was coming from Chicago, where I thank God my sister and one of my best friends came, and I could tear up talking about it because they were quite literally my support system there. Because you'll hear later, but I signed up for it on a whim, obviously. And I did not prepare well, and I just kind of jumped right into it. But that just seems to be my vibe. But I saw them on the course. I saw Bex in Chicago as well. But it's just different in New York when it's kind of like your hometown race.
Absolutely. That's like Boston to us. We're very close to Boston, even though we're in New Hampshire. It's the same kind of deal. And it has that feeling, that very homey feeling.
Definitely. I know. I need to pick your brains on that.
Oh, well, we will help you out. Absolutely.
If you need a place to stay, Erica has a spare
bedroom.
I'm coming over, Erica.
It's got your name on it right here.
I love it. Let's talk about the first big race you ever signed up for, which I do think was the New York City Half Marathon a few years ago. But that was kind of one of those spontaneous things you did through a little group chat with your friends and your sister.
It was. So my first half was through NYC Runs. It was the NYC Runs Brooklyn Half. That's true, Eric. I'm like honestly impressed by your research. Seriously, these notes were next level before they even made it to me.
Creeper status.
No,
let's
go
be
off.
real.
Go off. I work in CRM marketing. I get it. I know what the
I got a
research
marketing
is like.
degree. I've never used it until I started this podcast. We'll just
See?
say that.
Look at this. I love this. Yeah. So me and my sister and my friend were just talking in a group chat, and I honestly don't remember which one of us said it, but I promise you it was not me, which is kind of surprising. And so I guess one of the two of them came up with it, but one of them said something like, we should run a half marathon this year. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And like 2 seconds later signed up. And and I was like, what turn size are you guys doing? Like, I was so into it. And I had a wild experience. It was a great race. I did really well. I think I ran like a 1:44 for never running a half marathon ever.
That's incredible.
With
nice
no
job.
training. Mind you, this was like 2 or 3 months.
It's even more impressive.
Yeah,
that takes, I'm going to wing it to a whole other level.
Yeah. I mean, I still got a lot more to share. But no, totally on a whim. Very close to the race, and I kind of just went out there, didn't know what to expect, thought I did really well, and then my second half was New York City half last year, the same one I did yesterday, which that was like full send last year. It was crazy.
I'm impressed. I am. So before you started doing these halves, were you doing any other races? Like did you do the 5K, 10K build up beforehand and then decided to do a half, or you were like, let's just fucking do it?
No, I actually know what she did, but I'll let her tell you.
See,
she did races, Erica, that you hate. By the way, that's what she did.
Okay, so I'm intrigued. Go ahead, go on.
Okay, Eric, if we're on the same page, I did do some like color runs and stuff like that, and like some mud runs, but for fun. Like nothing was that serious. Again, I worked with a bunch of people that were doing mud runs, and I was like, okay, fine, like I'll do it. And then I did Tough Mudder, and then one year I saw someone lose a tooth, and I'm like, I'm never doing this shit again. I saw stuff that I never ever want to see, and I was like, I'm out. Like I'm never, and I quite literally have never done one since. She was standing right next to me, and I was like, too close for comfort. I'm really sorry, but too close for comfort.
You two are so alike.
I know.
It is really funny because we were talking to somebody else about the color run, and I'm like, I've done one. It was fun. The organization just wasn't as good as it could have been. Yeah. But I have done 2 Tough Mudders in my life. One of them was with this guy. Never again. I never had the upper body strength to get me through all the obstacles. And plus it was up and down a mountain. And I'm like, this is like, can I give this like a negative 10 out of 10 stars? Like, oh yeah, just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's awful.
So to give you a little fill in between the lines here, Eric and I have known each other for a long time. We went to college. I moved away after college. I come back. So I'm like reconnecting with friends, and they're all like, oh, we're doing this.
It's been 20 years. Ew. How old am I? Oh.
It's been 20 years since freshman year of college. It's been 20 years since we met. Yes, but we graduated 16 years ago.
Yes, but 20 years. Oh my God.
Wow, you go way back. I love this.
But I come back and I'm like reconnecting with friends because we all went to college locally. We all live within like a 30-mile radius, and some of my good friends lived with Erica, and they're like, we're doing a Tough Mudder. I'm like, yep, I'll sign up. I'm going to go and do it. That'll be a lot of fun. And I ran with one of the friends, and Erica and the other one stayed back because they struggled and were slow. And when we got to the finish line, she was just Miss Grumpy Pants. I'm never doing this again. This is awful. And who would have thought like 7 years after that or something, we just run together all the time and have a running podcast.
How that turned out.
Just goes I wasn't a fan of the race either.
I did like the race. I just didn't catch on.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it was like the worst experience I've ever had, but I've had some pretty bad moments at Tough Mudder. Nothing even
I can relate.
Yeah.
Maybe not the tooth part, but I don't know.
Oh, that was crazy. That was extreme. That was super extreme. Yeah, one year there was like, I was like close to hypothermic. That was like crazy. Another year was at like a racetrack in New Jersey. And like where they're like, oh, we're not going to like make a pool for you of mud. We're just going to like let you go in like this man-made thing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm definitely like swimming in motor oil and mud, and it feels like cereal. And I'm like, I'm out. Like I was like, I'm gonna finish this race, but don't expect me to do any obstacles. Like I'm just running.
Was it New Jersey Motorsports Park?
I think so.
Yeah, I've worked there before.
Really? Doing what?
So when I moved away, I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I changed tires in NASCAR.
Wow.
And so we went there once for our ARCA Series race, and we almost won, and then our transmission blew.
Oh, no. Hey, that's a cool experience, though.
It was a really cool part of my life. And yes, I made a trip to New Jersey, and I think we went to Atlantic City. And that and Six Flags, New Jersey were the only times I visited the state besides driving through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you might need to come back because Atlantic City, it just doesn't do it justice here.
I just
In my
think we like
opinion.
did it on a whim. We're in the area. Okay, what are we
You
going to
have
do
to
tonight?
once.
I think yeah. I would never go
Yeah.
back. I'm not even a Vegas guy. I would go for a show.
Me either.
If you can get me tickets to a show at the Sphere to see you two, let's do it.
Listen, if I can make things happen, I will. For both
We'll
of you.
We'll do this. I'm going to work on your Instagram handle. Yes, this is going to be
Instagram
fun.
handle or not, we're going to a concert together.
I think that'll be fun.
Period.
Be a lot of fun. But this is not my podcast. This is your podcast. So let's go New York City half, and eventually that spontaneousness you have turned into a marathon.
Yeah. So I actually, when I did the United Half last year and I got in the lottery, I had been kind of playing with the idea of getting a coach just because I liked the two halves that I did. I was doing the 9+1 and also training for the New York City Half last year. And then the whole marathon thing happened. So it kind of all ended up working out. But at the beginning of last year, I started working with a coach through Team Mulpers. Shout out Jason. He's amazing. He totally got me through the second half, the New York City half. And then he totally got me through the marathon, which was crazy. But backtracking a little bit, that was totally on a whim. Me and my sister and one of my friends, we were planning on going to Martha's Vineyard for the weekend, that the marathon and the half were happening. Just so happened to we looked online and we saw that they were doing the half marathon, and my sister and my friend were like, oh, we should just do the half. And then I did that thing where I don't know if you guys have siblings, but I did that thing with my sister where I was like, oh, should I do the full? Yeah, I'm just going to do the full. I totally just asked the question and answered it in the same sentence. Yeah. I was like, yeah. And my sister's like, are you insane? I'm like, yeah, obviously. So nothing's new here. That is a true story. I was sitting there. I asked her that question and she's like, you're insane. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I just signed up and they signed up for the half. And honestly, it was so food driven because one of my favorite restaurants at Martha's Vineyard, the Port Hunter, which actually came as a recommendation from Emma. She's like, you have to go there. I was like, well, we have to go to the Port Hunter and I have to get ice cream because who doesn't love ice cream? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do the full. And then we're going to go to the Port Hunter and get Mad Martha's ice cream. And that is literally what happened. Yeah. So
you had it set. You're like, this is going to be my day. So quick question for you. You guys were planning this trip there. How much time did you have before, to train for this marathon? Because you had only done the half beforehand. You're going on this trip. Was there enough time for you to squeeze in the training for this marathon?
There actually was, because the ferry to get to Martha's Vineyard, you have to book. If you're bringing your car, you have to book way in advance for the May, June, July dates. So it kind of was a lifesaver because the sign up was closing. So I think I signed up in January, if not maybe before. And then I was like, oh, we need to book the ferry anyway. So it just happened to work out. So I did have a solid training cycle for that one. Thank God.
Great.
Was Boston even on your radar at this point? Were you thinking this might be a BQ race, or did you have any clue, any desire to run Boston at the time?
I did. I don't know if you did your research on this one, Eric, but I did. I did see many years ago. I was in Boston during marathon weekend. I wasn't it was I think I was there on a Monday night, that Monday night. And I saw someone wearing the jacket and I was like, that's a sick jacket. I'm going to need one of those one day. And because, I'm so spontaneous and I do say things like that, truly. You're getting the full, this is the real me.
No, I love it. Keep
getting nothing less. But yeah, I'm all about the merch. So I was like, I need that jacket. And I had to have been I was 13 or 14. So I was just a sports girly. I had those backpacks you used to get in soccer, that you could put your ball in the front. I still have mine. It's weird. It's weird. I don't use it. Like I would never use it, but I still have it because I'm like, no, that was my pride and joy. Like I loved that backpack.
Can't get rid of that.
Yeah, no.
I need a picture of you in the backpack with the soccer ball on it. An updated photo.
Oh, I will get you that. And I have every single jersey I've ever worn. I literally just found it in my basement like a few weeks ago when I was cleaning out some other stuff. But yeah, so it was it wasn't like necessarily on my radar back then, but it was like one of those weird comments that kind of just came full circle for me as an adult and as I started running more competitively. And yeah, I saw after I signed up for this marathon, I saw it was a qualifier. So I was like, okay, well, and then came the text in the group where I was like, hey guys, do you think I can hold like an 8-minute pace? And then my sister was like, yeah, you can do that. And I was like, there's no way. And then the whole coach thing happened. So again, it kind of just, sometimes you got to be spontaneous and just let it work out.
I'm all about that.
That's where my granola comes in. That's why people call me granola. Because I'm just like, let the universe decide.
So at this point, wait, did you have the coach at this point? Or did you have the coach before the Martha's Vineyard? I know you had the coach for that training, but when did you get the coach at Team Wilpers?
So I got the coach in January last year, signed up around the same time for Martha's Vineyard, and then I was already in the New York City half. So the training kind of coincided for both.
So when you talked to Jason, were you like, I'm doing Martha's Vineyard and I realize it's a qualifier, let's do this? Or was that on your game plan, your training plan?
It was. It's so funny because every time I say something to Jason, he's like, yeah, we'll see. Like, I'm confident in you, but like, we'll see. Because I don't think he wants me to get my hopes up. But then I turn around and I'm like, yeah, we'll see. Like, I'm going to go do it. You know what I mean? You have that, like, I have like,
I'm going to show you.
Yeah. Like, but not in a mean way. I'm just like, no, I'm going to show you. Like, good. I'm going to show you that like what you're doing is helping me and what you're doing, like, I'm following your lead. And that's exactly what happened. I was like, I want to run a sub 130 at the United Half. And he's like, well, it's a hard course. And I was like, I know, but we'll see.
He's just being real. He's just being real with you.
Yeah. No, and I really appreciate that that's his coaching style because even if it's not intentional, like it pushes me to want, like it makes me want to be better. It makes me want to do better. And it makes me want to I'm not trying to prove anyone else wrong, but myself. And I think a lot of runners have had that attitude because we all know we can say some negative things to ourselves, but no, I did like a 127 last year at the United Half, so that's something I'm really proud of.
Excellent. And I have to say you're totally right. Like we are our own worst enemies when it comes to like the mental game. It's so quick to have those doubts and they just flood in and it's so hard to get rid of them. But yeah, I mean, if anybody can boost us up, like it's ourselves too. We're like, yes, if you believe in me, I believe in me. If you say we'll see, I'm going to show you. And that's how it just snowballs in the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. For real. And honestly, my adrenaline must have been really pumping during that race because I think I went to a concert every single night before the United Half last year.
No way.
Yeah, because the Jonas Brothers did this like thing where they were playing their whole out. Do you remember this? Erica knows. She gets me. She totally gets me.
Who are the Jonas Brothers?
But I would have. Oh, shut up.
I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Eric, leave the chat. Yeah, they did the Jonas Brothers on Broadway, and I was like, well, I'm obviously going to every single night. I missed 2 to go to other concerts. Like one of them was like Kelsey Ballerini. I can't remember what the other one was. Anyway, but must have really been crazy because even the night before the United Half, I was at the Jonas Brothers.
You know what? I would have done the same thing. So
yeah, I mean, I couldn't resist.
You gotta do
first person to hear the new album. There's no way I'm missing it.
Good for you. Good for you. See, I'm one of those people too where you know how they always say you have to stay off your feet like the day before a marathon, just take it easy. No, I am the one who's out sightseeing. I will be walking 13 miles a day before a marathon. Like I have
you're loosening the body, you're getting the muscles moving. Motion is lotion. Like
walking around for like 8 hours the day before.
Seriously,
not recommended, but I just can't. I have to go and see and do all the stuff. I just can't.
No, we truly are the same, Erica, because that happened to me in Chicago. It happened to me in New York because the weekend gets so crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And so carried away. Yeah. I did like 12 shakeouts before the New York City Marathon. Why?
Because it's fun and we love to do it. And it's such a cool community we're a part of.
I know. So I can't resist.
All All right, so take me back to Martha's Vineyard now. You're going to run your marathon. You got your game plan. You're thinking BQ. You're also thinking, what am I going to listen to? And tell me what you listen to and who created you a playlist.
Okay, so I could talk to a brick wall. I say that all the time. But I am like, when it comes to like unsolicitedly hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, messaging someone, like I get so nervous and everybody's like, why? You're like, just ask. So I was asking like Bex and everybody that I like to run with and everybody that I felt truly had a part of like my running journey and my training, and anybody that I felt inspired by, I was just like, hey, like my friends, family too, everybody, my instructors, my coach, everyone. I was like, hey guys, do you have a few songs you can add to my marathon playlist? And that's kind of how it went at first. And then I messaged Emma because we very much have the same music style. We talk about it all the time. And I was like, hey girl, do you think you can send me a few tracks that you think would be great to run to? And knowing that like she's not a runner, I was instantly like, this is so dumb. Like, why would I ever say that? Like, I wanted to punch myself in the face. I was like, don't be that person. No, but then like literally I messaged her like 3 days before, again, on a whim, unprepared, but it always somehow works out. And I, no joke, was walking up to the start line of the marathon and she messaged me the playlist and was like, have a good race. And I was like, okay, this is the one. Like, I was like, this is what I'm running to, period. Like,
Emma coming in clutch.
She came in so clutch.
I love it.
And it was like next level. And I still listen to it all the time during my races. Like, it's always the one that I start with. And if it ends, like, I just roll into another one. But nice. I always have some sort of version of it playing in my headphones.
Did she put any Janet Jackson on there? Because whenever I think of Emma, I always think of her and Janet Jackson.
Of course. We had Janet, we had Foo Fighters, we had Pearl Jam, Smashing Pumpkins, amazing. Everyone.
Do you listen to the playlist in order or do you shuffle?
I listened to that one in order. Yeah.
I bet you she like made it
curated it, right?
I don't know, but she did the Lord's work. Yes.
Love it.
So that playlist pushed you through that marathon where you BQ'd. Tell us, here's the one thing. We're a storytelling podcast, but what we really ask is that when you tell us these stories, spare no details. Tell us about the Martha's Vineyard Marathon.
Okay, this is so funny because the training was so great, right? Like I had such a great training cycle. Everything was perfect. I was like, but I still like got up there, and I'm sure Erica, you can speak, both of you can speak to this, but it's like, everybody's like, you're going to PR no matter what. And I was like, I'm not going for a PR. Like I want to be cute. Like I made it so far. Like you just are going for it. But then at the same time, I was
this
like,
was your first marathon, right?
Ever.
So of course, PR.
Yeah, right. Like I was like,
of course I'm going to PR.
I'm like, love you, but please don't say that. Like I know. No, in all seriousness though, I was just like, I don't know. Like I was trying to stay positive, but you always doubt yourself. And I'd never done it before. So I was like, I don't really know what to expect. I truly don't. I have only run like around the little downtown area there. Like I've only been there a handful of times, at least to run or to hang out for a weekend. But yeah, so my expectations weren't really high because when I got there, the expo was in the middle of like a grass field. There's like the beach. I'm not explaining this well. There's like a beach, then there's like a little tiny boardwalk, a little sidewalk, then there's like this big grass square like surrounded by homes. So it was like the beach and then like in the middle of this little neighborhood, like 2 tents. They were giving me like 25 different shirts, one from like 2021, one from like 2022. You guys are gonna die at the end of this story when I tell you, like it's insane. Anyway, I became like best friends with the race director because I was like, girl, if you do not have the tracking ready or my chip doesn't count, like we're gonna have issues. Like, and I just kind of knew it. Like I had a feeling, like I was not super confident after that, but yeah, they like didn't have tracking ready. The starting line was like, the archway was like an inflatable. It was just funny. Like everything was so funny but it was so like, and I say that in the best way. It was so special. And it was like this grand moment. And I was like, oh my God, everything feels like it's going to go wrong right now. They changed the course map like at the last second. It was like 18 or 19 miles through like, I think it's a state park there, but like it was like a long time in a park, like running through the woods by yourself.
It's a state forest. I just looked it up here. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. The state forest, keyword. It was like an all-terrain race. It was like pavement, sand. We got the boardwalk. We finished on the grass square where they had
you ran on sand and BQ'd.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
I am so impressed with that.
It was so crazy. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not even just saying this because it was my first one. It was like the most mentally challenging thing I think I've ever done, because it was like I was quite literally by myself for a long time, like a really long time, because nobody was going around. Yep, that's the one.
That's the course. Look at all those turns and everything.
Yeah,
I'm honestly surprised they could make that a qualifier with all the different terrain, like, and stuff. But good.
Erica.
I'm glad.
No,
that's great though.
No, it was.
Were you prepared for that, or you were thinking it was an entire road marathon? You were like, oh no, this is some
being honest,
different stuff.
I had no idea. I had no idea what it was going to be, and especially because they changed it. We were supposed to run through like Edgartown, like the little downtown area, which is like kind of it's not like all cobblestone, but there are like some parts of the road that are cobblestone. So I was like, okay, it's going to be like kind of like New York. I've run it before. And then they switched it to the park, and I was like, okay, but it was paved. Like the park was the forest, sorry, keyword. The forest was majority like paved. So it was like fine. There was a path. It was when we got out of the forest where it was like, okay, these are sidewalks, and now there's like the sand on Jaws Bridge, and then you're like, wait, it's starting to rain. But the most special part of that was when they did the half and the marathon at the same time. So, and it's like very small, like the sidewalks are tiny there. So there was a point where you met up with like the half marathoners, and I literally lapped my sister while she was running the half, and I slapped her so hard on the back. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like that would have totally scared the shit out of me. But I slapped her on the back, and I was like, oh my god, Kate, like let's go. And then I saw my friend, and I did the same thing. So it was just a crazy moment. And then yeah, I was totally in tears when I crossed the finish line. My lips immediately turned blue because I like get so cold. You know how it is. And then I looked down. You're going to die. I looked down. The outside of the ribbon on my medal says the right date in 2023. The inside literally says 2022.
Just like, how does that work?
I was like, oh my God, this is just perfect. Like it was like the perfect day. Like everything felt so wrong. Everything went so right. And it was so good. And I was like, damn, like I did that. I trained so hard to be here. And then when I looked down and saw the medal said 2022, I was like, yup. Like, yeah, it tracks. Like it totally tracks. But yeah, it was really special, especially because somebody told me, like some random person told me in person to my face that like I wasn't going to qualify for Boston on my first marathon. And I was like,
I love that.
I was like,
oh
watch
man,
me,
I've had that before. I mean,
that's
love
super
stories.
cocky because I'm not.
Fucking love that.
I love those
fucking
stories.
Watch me, right?
Yeah.
Brian Payne, I'll say his name all the time. Brian Payne was always like, you'll never change tires in NASCAR. I'm like,
yeah,
watch
you
me.
Fucking will.
Watch me, man.
Yes, you will. I was like, yeah, you gotta make it subtle.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was crazy. And then yeah, like you said in my wonderful intro, I was first in my age group and third woman overall to finish. So I was happy about that.
So impressive. So you would come from these like the United City or the New York City United half is huge. How many people run that? Like 25,000 people, and then you go to run this tiny little little marathon. How was that transition? Because I know you said you were running alone. Like, did it mess with your mental state while you were going, or did it kind of like help you zen out a little bit? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think like a little bit of both. I was definitely super calm. Like I was super, super calm. I was like totally into it. I was literally saying like 1, 2, 1, 2, like to try to like get into it. Sounds so stupid out loud, but it was like, it kind of got me in that headspace. Cause you know, like in the first 3 minutes I was like, I have to pee. And like, you just like make shit up in your head and you're like, no, you don't. Like you just pee. Like, what are you talking about?
Nervous jitters and stuff. Gotta get rid of them.
Total nerves. And yeah, it was it was wild because the New York City half was so high energy and I was coming off this like crazy high. And then like going to nobody there, I maybe saw like 3 people, no joke.
Wow.
Like I think I saw 3 people the whole race.
Well, everybody else was behind you, so
I know. Well, yeah. And some dude tried to race me on like one of the hills. I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing this with you. So I was like really able to stay in it. And I think I was so nervous to like have that feeling at mile 21 or 22 that I just wanted to do everything. Like I took water at like every other station and I was like taking my gels right at each mile marker, which as you guys know is like feels so out of character for me because unprepared. But yeah, I just wanted it to go. I just wanted it to go so perfectly. So I think I was so focused on that. And it being my first one that I just didn't know what to expect. So I kind of just zen out, which was cool.
Good.
It was cool. Because, you know, New York is like New York and Chicago and all the majors where everyone's cheering. It's amazing. And I'm so grateful for everyone that comes out. But it's like, it like hypes you up for like such a short period. And then I'm like, oh, wait, now I can't breathe. Like, because I was all hyped up. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, you get carried away and sometimes you like break out of what you're supposed to be doing. And you just, you let the crowd carry you. And sometimes that's not the plan. Like you got to stick to what you have trained for.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
What was Jason's reaction when he sees your finishing time and that where you placed and that you BQ'd? What was he like? Because at first he's like, well, we'll see. What was his reaction now?
He's
Let me get wait. Yeah. Was it like,
and
well, we'll see what the buffer is?
No, he is the most supportive ever. Like he was like, oh my God, congrats, like amazing pace. He always hypes me up. He always hypes me up. It's just so funny that like I take what he says and I'm just like, did you just say we'll see? Like he just totally doesn't mean it that way. So it always makes me laugh. But yeah, I think he was really proud of me, at least.
I'm sure he was.
I bet. That's a huge accomplishment.
Of all the Peloton instructors, my favorite is Matt. So I'm actually interested in how you found Team Wilpers and then how you found Jason as part of Team Wilpers. How did that happen?
So you have to, well, I had been looking into like Team Wilper's private coaching for a while before I actually kind of jumped the gun and did it. But you had to like fill out a survey, I think, and give like your preferences and your like times of week and what you want your training plan to look like. And then they pair you with someone. So I got paired with Jason. I think it also goes a little bit by location because he lives a few towns over. Not that we do any training in person. It's all virtual, but I guess it's just kind of like a nice perk to have. But yeah, I just got paired with him. We had like an intro discussion and then it just kind of worked out. I feel like that was so anticlimactic for this. I'm sorry.
Like, what are you digging for?
You guys are like, and are you going to say something good?
I was waiting for him.
Yeah.
No. I've done a couple of those Team Wilpers challenges and I don't have the personal coaching, but I mean, they set everything up for you. So I assume that Jason did all the right stuff for you too. I mean, and it paid off. It really did.
Yeah. And it's cool because you know what? Like I can see where it can be challenging to find a coach that you click with.
Yes.
And you know, like I guess it just takes the right person to like, you know, like he's watching everything I do on like an app and Training Peaks and you're inputting your numbers and all this. So it's not like you can finesse anything or you can kind of bullshit your way through. And I remember like one of our first conversations, he had said something to me like, does it help like motivate you that that somebody's like watching? He's like, I'm not going to yell, like I'm not going to scream, but like I'm here to hold you accountable. And I was like, yeah, that's like probably honestly what I need because I never took rest days ever. I was always running. I would run myself into the ground and he just totally keeps me grounded and like on that even keeled, like,
that's great.
No, you should rest today. Like, chill.
It's important. Good for you. Good for him. Like that's a good teamwork effort right there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think we're still like communicating off like the email chain that he congratulated me on doing well at Martha's Vineyard.
The same
if I'm being
thread.
Honest.
The same email
like
thread.
The subject line is literally like congrats. And I'm like, well, I'm not replying to any other chain.
Nope.
So,
that's the one. That's the one.
No, he's great. He's great.
So you had Martha's Vineyard went awesome. So you had mentioned that you went to Chicago. So you had already signed up for Chicago well in advance, not knowing that Martha's Vineyard was going to be your first, because that was kind of your whim one, right? So
no, well, Do you want to hear something funny?
Yes, I do.
Chicago was also on a whim. But go ahead with your question. Go ahead with your question. I don't want to interrupt.
Was entering Chicago, you just did that for the hell of it, and were you expecting to get in, or?
I just signed up for charity.
Oh,
literally, I didn't even have I don't even think I had
even better.
I think I had 5 months. No, I think I signed up after Martha's Vineyard, if I'm being honest.
Excellent.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it was June, July, maybe July. It was at 2 a.m. When you're awake at 2 a.m. and you're shopping online. And I was
I get into the ultra sign up, don't scroll ultra sign up. Bad things will happen.
No, I did that for Chicago. That's literally what happened. I was wait, they have spots. I would love to do this for a charity that means so much to me. I'm not trying to sound like I'm downplaying it. I thought about it at 2 a.m. for sure.
Which charity did you apply for?
I did Special Olympics.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
My cousins do. My family does a lot of work with them in Delaware, so I was super psyched that they had spots left. But yeah, I signed up, and then I woke up the next morning to the email, and I was like, "Wait, am I committed or can I back out? What are we?" And then I was like, "No, I'm doing this." But yeah.
So did you keep Jason on during that training as well?
I did. I'm still working with him to this day.
Excellent. So he's carrying you through all the big ones.
I'm nothing if not loyal. So
excellent. So you had Chicago, then you did New York City, the full, and then now you're doing Boston. So that's 3 of the majors. Are you going for all of them eventually?
I am. Yeah. I am. I'm scared, but I am.
Let's go online right now and sign up on a whim. Let's do it right now.
I think we should. Berlin? Yeah. I don't know.
Yep. Give me your credit card number, your social security, all that. I'll sign you up while you keep chatting.
We got to go to Oktoberfest. You guys got to come with me for that. That is so much fun over there. So
okay, but we're dressing up though. We're getting.
Oh, I already have the dirndls.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
I got you. We got to get. You got to get him some lederhosen, and we'll fit right in. It's amazing.
Okay, so Red Rocks and Oktoberfest.
Yes.
Let's just keep building the list. We'll create a Google Docs.
It's gonna be great.
I love it. But yeah, Chicago whim.
Yeah, tell us all about Chicago. How was it working with a charity? You said you were racing, so tell us all about how that went.
Okay, raising money was fantastic. I am so grateful. Everybody came through. It was so cool and so special to experience that with a charity. To be honest with you, I'm trying not to run myself into the ground this year, so I really truly had to hold back, but I would have loved to run for Special Olympics again this year. They were so amazing, the nicest team ever. We had great support at the expo. That was all fantastic. We had a place to stay warm at first, and they gave us a full breakfast. It was great. And then I was freezing my ass off walking to the start line. This is Chicago was crazy because it was when you're happy and sad at the same time. I was so happy because I PR'd, but I felt like shit. I totally felt like shit. It was just I got so cold. It's very deceiving in my opinion, totally conducive to a PR, but we don't live in a flat area. So it's people don't realize it's it's flat and fast, but it's also you're pounding the same muscles for 3.5 hours. Mm-hmm. I was not prepared for that at all. I was totally endurance wise fine. Everything else was fine. I was just in so much pain. I didn't use new sneakers on race day, but I used a new version of a sneaker that I'm not going to mention. That
I'll bleep it out. You can tell us.
Yeah, it gave me massive calf pain, which I've never had before. It was one of those where you're running and you're oh, that's really, really new. What's happening? But I started out smiling and I ended up not smiling at the finish line. but also simultaneously, I was really proud of myself and really happy for finishing. It was one of those moments, but I was bummed out that it didn't go the way I wanted it to. But it was really important for me, I think, because I kind of learned to you got to learn to let it go. Not every race is going to be perfect. Not everything, not every day is going to be perfect. But yeah, and then I actually was leaning into the whole Chicago experience, and I went to get deep dish pizza, and a total oh shit moment. I was dry heaving in the airport bathroom because I I was so sick to my stomach. It wasn't even the day of. It was like the next day. And I was so proud of myself, guys, because like it's so out of character for me to crave pizza. Like and I was just like, I gotta lean into it. Like I'm here like one time. And at that point I was like, when am I ever gonna do this again? Because that was horrible. Like I'm never going back here. I like was so like out of it. But I was leaving again. I was like so happy. I was like, damn, I did that. And I'm like, oh, I feel like shit. But yeah, I was so sick of the airport bathroom, but like I could not like get it out of my system. So it was like all for nothing.
Oh no.
but yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for the oh shit moments. That was like a not fun part of it, but
no, I can't imagine.
But it was a good time. It was a good time.
I love that. Thanks for sharing that story. The oh crap moment. You like how I put that in the show notes? Code Brown really can be any oh crap moment.
I was trying. I'm like, yes. I got to come up with. You're delivering. I was like, I got to deliver something.
Well, I hope you don't have any oh crap moments coming up because you are running in the Boston Marathon. How pumped are you? How excited? Tell us, like, what's your game plan? How's training going? Are you coming into town early? Are we going to meet up for spontaneous pizza? I never, by the way, have random cravings.
Like she wants pizza.
Okay, can we do that like on Tuesday, like after the week?
Yes,
we could do it because
I have no problem like being sick again. I just like as long as
well, you said you had a random craving for pizza. That's not the case for me. I always crave pizza, so I'm down for pizza any day, any night, any time. But yeah, what's your game plan for Boston? When are you coming into town?
So I'm hopefully coming in on Friday night, at the latest Saturday morning. So I really hope that we have time to meet up at some point.
Coming from Jersey, are you driving down? Are you flying in? Are you taking a train? What are you doing?
I'm driving. I mean, I'm not driving, but
somebody is driving.
My friends and my sister are driving with me. They're amazing. I'm so excited. I'm excited to come in early. Some of my family lives in Boston, in Brookline. So we're gonna. It's going to be like Italian feasts all weekend. So I'm hyped for that. I
hope you're ready.
I need like the full lowdown on Boston because I've never done it.
Well, we're wicked awesome. You can drive your car right into the park and park the car there.
Have yard.
Yeah,
this is what I
got wicked good lobster. You got to get some lobster. You can do it after the race. You don't want to get lobster sick, seafood. That is a no go. You're gonna eat that pasta. God. You're gonna have pasta in Italian, I'm sure. Carb up. Yes. Boston's a lot of fun. So we're just north of Boston. We're on the New Hampshire side of the border, just over the border in New Hampshire. So we love Boston. It is our home race, like you said, how you feel like New York's your hometown, your home city. That is Boston for us. I was actually born in Boston, so I really feel like I can say it.
Ooh.
You can, I can't, but I tag along.
But you're close enough.
You could probably check out a Sox game, go to the Sox game at Fenway Park, and the Bruins will probably be in the playoffs.
No,
they'll probably be blowing it again in the playoffs, but whatever. Bruins,
I feel like I have to do something after the race.
Yes. Well, before, just, go around, check out the things, go to the expo, of course. We are going to be, you will see us at least on race day. I would love to see you before. We got to figure this out, Erica. What are we going to do?
Find somewhere to be.
I need to get babysitter for Saturday. We just got to go to the city on Saturday and see it all.
Yeah.
But we'll be at mile 19. We're going to be near the
Johnny
basically 200 yards after the mile 19 aid station, and Erica will bring whatever you need. If you want like flat soda,
we already have somebody wants a regular Coke, somebody wants Diet Coke, somebody wants a flat Coke.
If you want granola,
you want snacks.
I would love some granola, maybe a deep dish pizza. I don't know.
Oh, I would totally do it. But when you stop, and you don't have to stop, but if you want, you can stop. If it's a good day, I'll have the mic and we can get a quick 30-second update. And if you want pizza, I will get one slice of pizza and you can eat it and we'll record it and we'll collab. That would be fun.
You know what I think would hit so hard at like mile 19? This is going to sound crazy, but like I'm a big seltzer girly. So like,
what kind do you like?
I'm like a grapefruit kind of gal. I feel like that would be fun.
Do you have a brand you like? What brand is going to make it hit the most?
Oh my God.
Are you a
question.
La Croix? I can't even say it.
La Croix.
There we go.
Yeah. That one's pretty solid.
I'll
go with that.
I can hook you up.
But I think I can stop for the mic. I'm not even for the mic.
You can chug it.
I
take
could
like
stop
a sip
you
or
guys.
whatever.
Yeah.
What is the game plan? Are you racing or are you taking this like a victory lap?
I haven't decided. I think, I don't know. I hate to keep saying that it's a little bit of both, but I think it might be like, I think it's just, I don't know. I'm going to go out there and do whatever feels good. I haven't planned it out with Jason yet either. So that could totally change by the time we talk next. But yeah, I think like a part of me is confident that I could like not go full send, but also kind of get the time that I'm not even looking for. I can't even say I'm looking for any time. I just like, I don't know. I just want to do it. I think
this is what you should do. You should go for it, race, and just BQ again in the Boston Marathon, and then come back next year and then enjoy the victory lap.
Well, didn't you say you PR'd in Chicago? So that would have gotten you another BQ for 2025, I think, right?
It did. I think it did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think you're good. If you want to hang out and take pictures along the route, make sure you get the sit-go sign behind you, like all the good
this
stuff.
is the one to do it. Like, this is the one to, like, actually stop and lift my head up and see everyone.
Oh, the signs are epic on this course. Like, people turn out. So definitely try to pay attention. And if nobody's given you this tip before, put your name on your shirt.
Oh, yes. You know what? I did that for New York. It was so much fun. To hear like random people calling you out. For real.
I will have a megaphone, and Allie, I will shout you out from the rooftops.
Yo, I am stopping. I am stopping to see you guys. That's a promise.
I'm if it works out,
I won't keep going. That's
Oh,
that's what I'm afraid of.
I'll start a timer. 30 seconds any longer, you're out.
Perfect.
I'll send you along with your LaCroix.
Perfect.
You can take a sip and throw it on the ground
with the LaCroix.
It's all yours.
Till it goes flat. So whoever wanted the flat coat, tell them to send me a DM.
There we go.
It will be a lot of fun. Hopefully, our goal is to be on your left.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, as you go by the aid station, about 200-300 yards after would be on the left, but we have to get there early enough to get the exact spot we want.
Mm-hmm.
But if it works out, that's where we'll be. We were there last year, but we were on the right side of the road, and I decided, no, I want to be on the left side because the road where we are bends to the right. So if we're on the outside of the bend, we can see you coming from the aid station almost.
Yeah.
And if we know what you're wearing, it will be easy. But last year, we were on the other side, so we couldn't see you until about 100 feet, even less than that, 50 feet. And then we'd be like, Alex, Mike. And then they would jet across runners traffic just to high five us. And so hopefully we're on the left side.
I totally take the blame for that because I didn't realize that just looking at the map, I thought that we were coming down from that direction, but we came in from the other side somehow. And so
it's confusing.
I take the blame for that. But if we're on the other side this time, it's his fault. He's the one in charge. I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, everyone was expecting us to be on their left because she goes, we'll be on the left side of the road, but it was on her left.
Megaphone. I was yelling at people.
See, we need people like you guys. Honestly, I'm not kidding. I am so bad at the left right situation. Like, but really, truly, like in New York, it just confuses the shit out of me because people are like, oh, on the east side. And then I'm like,
that
wait.
would mess me up.
I can't do
and I'm like, for United Half, it's like different because you were like running through Times Square. So when everybody's like, oh, I'm on the west side, I'm like, okay, Columbus Circle. But then they're like, oh, I'm on the east side. I'm like, wait, like during the marathon when you're running through all the boroughs, I'm like, okay, no. Like, I have no idea where you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we need people like you. I think spectating is harder than running, honestly.
It takes, believe it or not, takes a lot of energy to just stand up all day and yell.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that takes a level of endurance on its own. But
we're gonna need someone to come with us who is just dedicated to the app, the tracking app, and then they can be like, okay, Allie's coming, and then
literally
Alex is coming, or this person, like, because there was so much last year, like looking at the app, they're they're coming. Oh no. I don't think we really missed it. We missed one person last year, but it was because she was so fast, Amanda. So we need to make sure we don't miss Amanda this year.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't miss Amanda.
I still have signs. I'll make you a sign too. I saved them all. They're on cardboard so they don't flop over.
Oh my God, you're such a queen.
You get great weather. I'm hoping. I'm knocking on all the wood.
Guaranteeing it. It's going to be guaranteed great weather. I'm bringing you the guarantee. I'm a meteorologist.
Thank you so much. It's needed.
Actually, I believe him because when we did our 20 miler, we did our Eastern States 20 miler. We started from Maine, went into New Hampshire. I was terrified. I was like talking to some friends and I'm like, it's going to rain. It's going to be windy. It says 55. No way it's going to be near 55. And he goes, chill. Look at this. It shows me like different weather. He promised and it delivered. Yeah, it was a nice day.
I'm trusting you.
Still windy, but if anybody can turn the weather, it's him.
Fair.
Got it. I guaranteed you perfect weather for your 10-mile last year, Erica. The 20-miler. However, did you notice it like hailed on some people? But it didn't hail on us because I guaranteed it. And
stop.
Allie,
is that a true
you're going to have
story?
awesome weather. Yeah, that's a true story.
Oh
I
my
saw
God,
the
that's
pictures
amazing.
after. They either ran too fast or not fast enough. Like, if you ran our pace, you had great weather the entire day.
Wow.
Maybe
weird,
a little
but
bit.
I love this.
Yeah.
I ran through a hurricane once here. It was not fun. So
that
in a race,
like a code
I experienced. Could be. I'm just really just adding to the list. Yeah, no, it was a half marathon. I ran, on at Liberty State Park here in Jersey, like where the Statue of Liberty is.
Oh, no way.
That was the exact moment that my headphones stopped working because it started hailing. And I had like 3 miles left. And I was like, okay, well, this is fun. It's been real.
Can you run without music or do you have to have music?
You know what's so funny? Yesterday was the first time I ran without headphones because I was running I was going to run the whole thing with a friend. And then I was like, I can't go full send. So I was like, girl, go. Like, go rock it. Like, go speed up. Get your qualifying time. Like, she was killing it. And I had no headphones and it was just me. And I was like, okay, this is not bad. I don't know if I can do it for the full. Maybe for half.
I don't really listen to music. I don't run with headphones much unless I don't know. I really don't do it. Maybe 10% of the time, but I like to run without. I like to hear people cheer, or I like to talk to people or say something or make it look like I'm, paying attention a little bit.
Yeah.
To the spectators. And I've never been in a race as big as New York or Boston with those kind of crowds, but I just think when I listen to music now, I'm too busy. Next song. I never made the perfect playlist. Maybe I'll jump into Emma's DMs though and be like, yo, girl.
I think you should
make me a playlist.
I think you should. I'll share it with you too, so you have it.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna share it with you guys so that I can hear your thoughts.
I
feel like that would be so fun.
I'll run to it. I will do a run to it.
You should.
I'll give you a true, honest. Yeah, I bet it slams.
Yeah,
bangers
it hit
all
for
night.
It definitely hits for what I needed, especially that day. But no, New York City Marathon. I started with my headphones on the Verrazano, and then I took them off. I have like shock, so they go around my neck. But I took them off in Brooklyn at like mile 7, and I just was like rocking it. The music was still playing, so I could hear it a little bit. But
yeah,
that's what
I know. It's like a separation anxiety thing. Yeah. Red, do you like the shots? I like them.
I do. I really
do.
I
can hear everything.
Yeah, I'll put in I'll have music going, but a lot of times I'll just tune it out. But the time if I'm running by myself and I can hear myself like huffing and puffing, that's when I'm like, I don't want to hear that, so I'll turn it up a little bit.
I think that's what threw me yesterday. Like I was like, wait, this is so weird.
Yeah.
I can hear myself breathing.
I just don't have very good I don't know. I think my lung capacity is okay, but there are times where I'm just like, nobody needs to hear that. Like I sound like I'm in pain. Like
no, literally, they all hear it, Erica. You're the only one who doesn't because you got the music.
See, I don't care what they hear. I care what I hear.
That's probably why Bex asked if I was okay because I was like,
right. She's looking out for you.
I know. It's too funny. But
Allie,
major props to you for running with no headphones.
Mm-hmm. I almost do it all the time. Even some of my long runs without anybody, like that 13-miler I did the other week, Erica. I just ran without. I don't know why.
You're one with nature.
Yes.
You know why?
Gotta let nature
you know
tell
why?
You.
Because I'm always lending them to Ashley.
Yeah.
And I never get them back. And then I'm just like, I don't want to waste time looking for my Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
I respect
And then
that.
I'm in my thoughts and I just think of all this random crap. And then what do? I text you all the random crap. I'm like, we got to do this or talk about that. Or this is the random shit I'm thinking about.
It does happen a lot. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's amazing.
Allie, I think we can talk a lot more, and we will, about Peloton, because I just feel like the two of you can go off. But I want to cover one thing you've mentioned a couple times, oh crap moments. And I have been creating a list of code brown commandments, like thou shall use diaper rash cream to cure chafing. Thou shall bring wet wipes while running. Do you have any code brown commandments, any advice that you could give to runners to help avoid any code brown moment? Like if you ran into a bear, if you're in bear country, bring bear spray.
Oh my God.
This doesn't have to be pooping your pants, but it could be.
I know. I wish I had like a pooping my pants story for you guys. I mean, knock on wood, thank God I don't.
I'm glad you don't.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I don't.
I don't wish
too.
that on anybody.
But when you do,
I only was like dry heaving in the airport with my sister like holding my hair back and me like fully crying. I was like, Kate, if an ounce of me touches this airport bathroom stall, I'm gonna die. Like I promise you, throwing up will not be the worst thing I did today. Like I will actually disintegrate and die. Like if my hair touches this toilet, I'm out.
I have to cut it off.
Like I will get a scissor. Can you imagine?
But when you do have one, you're going to shoot me a text. I love that we've been texting. You'll shoot me a text and we'll get you on right away.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like my personal one would be thou shall not start the race without eating peanut M&Ms because I do it every race. You got to get the sugar.
Yeah.
If you're allergic to peanuts, obviously regular M&Ms, but I feel like that would be my commandment. And
sugar.
Like in terms of
you need some sugar. Eat a snack with a little sugar.
Yeah, I used to always joke with my sister and my friends and take a picture of like me eating Pop-Tarts before races, and I would be like, scientifically proven to make you faster. And then I was like, wait, I should probably stop saying shit like this because people will like actually see it on my Instagram and be like, oh my God, she told me it's gonna make me faster. So I totally got out of doing that. And then it turned into
you could do it and then be like confirmed by allergy.
Yeah.
put like a little like trademark.
I'm gonna have to put like a little like sidebar. Yeah. For sure.
Well, our good friend Tara Pterodactyl loves to eat the little mini Pop-Tarts during her runs. That's her actual fuel. So,
really?
I mean, it's got to be working for you, for her. So it's doing some good.
Listen, I might have to try it. Maybe not at Boston because it's a lot on the line here.
Well,
but one of our for you should you choose to eat some at mile 19.
You're amazing, Erica. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
One of our Code Brown commandments is nothing new on race day. So,
true.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think we should test those waters.
How do you want to gamble that day?
Yeah,
I think at mile 19 would be a good spot to do it because you only got 7 more to go. You're 19 in. Yeah,
it's fine.
You're good. We'll have them for you. Erica's got the list. She's going to do grocery shopping and everything. I'll just bring the cooler and I'll carry it.
I'm going to show up with a legit shopping cart full of shit.
You're going to have like grapefruit seltzer, mini Pop-Tarts.
Literally, I'm not even kidding you.
You want us to bring a toaster and toast it for you?
I'm putting that on the list for you. So not only will I bring you that, I will bring you peanut M&Ms. Because last year we went with our friend Jessie, and she had like potato chips, Twizzlers. She was trying to give them out to people, and not a lot of people took
they weren't taking them.
I would have been like, hell yeah, give me that shit.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I get so full from the gels by like the end, and then I'm just like, wait, it would be so great to like chew on food right now instead of just like
what I'll do is I'll get the little fun size one, so you could like stick a pack in your pocket and run on, and whenever you
you're
want
always
them,
thinking
what do you like on your pizza?
I'm a big like either eggplant girl or garlic and onion, even though you smell really bad after, but like who cares?
As long as it tastes good.
Ooh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
But is that what
if it's a solid veggie pizza too, like I'm down for that. But I'm also vegetarian, so like I'm like no fun when it comes to that.
Well, what about you? You can have cheese, right?
I am lactose intolerant, but that's another story.
Wait, no
oh shit moment and a lactose intolerant. That's like I just like need a medal that says 2022, even though I won it this year.
So I'm allergic to cheese. I can't eat cheese. I would die. Same goes for ice cream and chocolate. So I can't have M&Ms.
Casein. He's
Really?
allergic to casein.
I'm allergic to a dairy protein called casein. So I can't do cheese. So I eat my pizza without cheese and I still love it. Now I meat it up because I'm not a vegetarian and it's delicious. But do you eat pizza with cheese?
I do, but I like take a lactate pill.
Okay.
Because like it's a long
So do you want me to
story,
get
guys.
you
We could
no
go
cheese
on and
pizza, or do you want me to get you
pizza
cheese pizza with a
doesn't love you.
lactate pill?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what did me in Chicago. It was like it was my own fault. But yeah, I mean, my family would straight up disown me. I have a full Italian family. I don't eat
That's
any
right.
meat, and I like kind of eat seafood. So like they're already like, oh, we're not cooking for her. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like I have no option but to like eat pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
There you
so
go.
I have to pick my poison. But yeah, I'm not like allergic like you are. That's intense.
No, I carry around EpiPens and everything. Actually, I don't really carry them around. I just know what to eat and not. But
well, yeah.
I have them sometimes.
Smart.
There you go.
However, one time I didn't have it. I was with Erica, and we
After
almost
Tough
had a
Mudder.
yes, almost had a code brown. Yes. Well,
Tough
because
Mudder, man.
what is it, Erica? Is it sherbet or sorbet that's dairy free?
Sorbet is the fruit-based one, and sherbet is the one that still has like the cream in it, I think. So the girl behind the counter got it mixed up and thought that the sherbet was sorbet and said, yes, it's dairy free, and it was not.
I can't. I used to scoop ice cream at Haagen-Dazs, and when people would come in with like peanut allergies and stuff, I'm like, I would legitimately be like, I'm
Tap
sorry,
out.
like I will literally give you $5 to go somewhere else because I don't want to, and not in a mean way, but like I know how they're cleaning. Like they were not cleaning it, and I'm just like, I don't even feel comfortable using the like nut-free scooper for like your like when you have like a serious peanut allergy. Like that scared me.
Cross contamination's so easy to do, and it's
so real too. And then the ice cream shop when they're just like cleaning it with water, I'm like, that's not cleaning it. Like someone could stop breathing. Like I will pay for your ice cream. I just want you to go somewhere that's safe because it's not here.
That's really nice of you.
Listen,
I'm like, just don't let it be me who poisons you. Poor person.
I know. I would never want that.
I want to expand on my code brown advice question here. I want to expand it for you. You go to the Peloton studio a lot. What is some good advice that you would give to someone going to the studio and not something that you would think of? Maybe like do this to not avoid, like don't wear brand new socks in the Peloton studio. Something like that.
Don't wear brand new socks, period.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the Peloton studio and maybe like someone going for the first time. Give them some quality advice that maybe they wouldn't think of, or maybe that they should think of.
Okay, I'll say first, like definitely be willing to like talk to strangers and new people because I think that's how I have so many friends through Peloton. Honestly, like Erica, you know Steph. She literally we are friends because she asked me to go see Maggie Rogers in concert. I had never spoken a word to her other than like,
no way.
Great job on the ride tonight. And she's like, you too. Like literally for like months. And then she's like, this is weird, but do you want to go see Maggie Rogers? And I was like, girl, I got something better for you. Like we're on the list. Like we're going. Period. So
I love it.
So that's like literally how we became friends. Which is so fun. So I think, you know, it was really hard for me. I don't know about you guys, but like it was so hard for me after COVID to like come out of quarantine because I'm so like I always love talking to people. I love meeting new people. So it's really hard during that time. So after when they opened the studio, I was like, oh hey, what's up? I'm Allie G. Like, who are you? So I think that's definitely something, like be open and willing to talk to new people. Bring an extra pair of pants always. I don't know if it's a personal thing, but maybe this is a code brown or an oh shit. I was in an MS 60-minute ride. It was my 2000th ride. Dead serious. 5 minutes in, my pants got caught on like one of the things. Like there was like a piece of like metal sticking out onto the seat. Ripped my pants fully.
No.
I was literally like, I like finessed the towel like in the back and like let it hang over so I could go to the locker room, and I changed and I was like, yeah, I ripped my pants. Like,
did you make it through the entire class with the ripped pants?
I was in the front row.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But I made it. We made it work. But now
Did
I
Emma
always
know?
I told her after, and we were dying laughing. I was like, "Girl, my pants literally ripped 45 minutes ago." That was crazy. But now I swear to God, I have an extra pair of pants. They just like live in my bag. They're just black leggings. I'm like, if anything ever happens,
great idea.
these are in here.
So
congratulations to Allie G on her 2000th ride. The camera pans to her in ripped pants.
I would absolutely die because they've done that to me before, like the control room.
Yeah.
On my birthday, I did like a birthday ride in the studio, and Emma was singing along to like a Dave Matthews Band song, and she was like, "Oh, I don't remember the song now, but I'm thinking about it." She was like, "Oh, it's Alex's birthday." Like she changed the lyric to my birthday, and the camera like panned over to me. Not panned, but like they switched to one that was like on me, and I was like, God, like, this is.
Emma was like, "What
fun.
would Allie say?"
What class is that? Because I want to take
pants. It. Oh, I have to send it to you, Erica.
Send it to us. Yes, please.
I think of which one it was. My birthday ride. I'll find it.
When's your birthday?
My birthday is June 15th. But
there you go.
We almost have close birthdays.
Wait, when's your birthday?
I'm the 27th of June. I love it. It's meant to
amazing.
be, Allie.
It is meant to be.
What year?
Yes, she's
not trying to find out how old everyone is, but
she's way younger than me.
1996.
No, once you said 90, I knew we were way off.
I have 10 years on you, Allie.
No, you don't.
I do.
You literally look younger than me, girl.
I do not. My gray streak. I love this thing. It shows up.
Oh my
so
God,
good
that's amazing. That is so funny. You literally look so young, both of you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You know, I got to keep it low and tight here. Yep.
That's the key.
We'll take
That's the key.
If I let my hair go like 36 hours, I age 5 years. If I let it go a week, I age 10 years. Easy.
No.
Yep. I'm older than Erica, though.
Are you?
You got me.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, a full year. July of 85.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. So we lived through the 80s. Yes.
It's the best decade. Honestly.
All right. Am I taking over with my special question?
Yes, you are. This one's harder than mine.
But based on all of the playlists she's been listening to, she's going to give us a banger. So, Allie, we have our amazing Spotify playlist, and we like to invite our guests to add something to it. So, what do you got for us?
All right. I am confident in this answer. I was toying between this song that I'm about to tell you and Rosalita by Bruce Springsteen because it's a banger. And I'm from Jersey.
It has to be Rosalita. I love that song.
We're just gonna give her two then. So
I love he's talking to he's telling the story about like the dad. I'm gonna marry some music singers. Oh my God, what a good song!
It's so good.
And he's from Jersey.
You gotta I'm running fist bumping. I've never fist bumped in my life. I'm always the one in the corner at the Jersey bars.
Now I want to go see Bruce Springsteen in concert.
Yep.
You'd have to.
I'm so jacked up right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to that when we hang up and I start editing.
Oh,
so that's Allie's song number 1. What's the next one?
That's song number 1. My second song, there's a little bit of a funny story, but is 1035 with Tiesto and Tate McRae. Because it's a banger.
We don't have that.
The side story here is that the Spotify blend feature? How you can blend with someone. And if you don't, we have to blend. Do you not know this feature?
I don't think I've used it before.
What?
No. Is it
I don't think I've
this
used
is
it.
making me a little sad, but also so happy that I get to
10 years
show
older
you
than
guys. Okay. No. Well, first of all, we both I have to have an individual blend with both of you, and then we have to have a 3-way blend. Because you can have
First official podcast 3-way.
Yes. Okay. The 3-way blend. Sponsored by Spotify. Just kidding.
I love this.
Yeah, but it basically takes songs that you both listen to or all of us listen to, and it makes this playlist. And some it'll show you who contributed that song.
Oh, cool.
And mine is I have so many blends. Literally, 1035 is on every single blend, and it's only me. It's literally only me because it's on every one of my playlists. But it's so funny because I was in the car the other day and I was on a trip and I was like coming on. I'm working and part of my job is show announcements. And I'm like, who is Tate McRae? Like, who is this girl? Like, everybody's going nuts.
I know who she is.
Well, I had no idea. And I've been announcing the shows.
I found out like a couple weeks ago. She was at the NHL All-Star game and everyone's like going crazy about her. Like she's some hot shit, whatever.
Yes.
And I'm like, who the heck is this? And they're all talking about it. And
Everyone's
like even on the podcast I listen to.
Yes. Everyone's talking about her. Her tour is selling out left and right. And like I support a lot of the amphitheaters. And typically the amphitheaters, at least New York, New Jersey, like on the East Coast, actually a lot of them are like primarily country, and like all the country shows sell out. And then we had like a handful of other genres in there or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, who is this girl? And I turned to my sister. I was like, I think she like, sings country. Yeah. And my sister's like, I don't think she sings country music because I don't like country music. So like, she sings 1035. I was like, there's no way she sings 1035. So anyway, I was like, here's this country girl selling out all our amphitheaters. And then I'm like, wait, she's like a pop star from Canada. That's awesome. But you know what? Good for her. People love her.
Yeah.
I see her at all these
choice.
I'm a big hockey guy, and I see her at all these hockey games, and that's how it popped up. I'm like, who is this? And Spittin' Chicklets, a podcast I listen to all the time, was so like, good. We're trying to get her on because they ran into her in their vlog, and they're like, they just instantly like freaked out. They go, will you come on the podcast? And she walks away. She goes, sure. They're like, you heard it first. She's going to come on. She hasn't come on yet.
She has
Maybe, do you know she runs? Maybe we could get her on the runs.
I think we should. Yes. I mean, by we, I mean you guys. Well, you're doing the legwork here.
We'll have you as a special guest again and help us interview her.
That'd be amazing.
Absolutely.
Wait, so who's your hockey team? What's your team?
Boston Bruins, of course.
Oh, obviously. That was a stupid question.
Who's your team?
Devils, of course.
I will go to a Devils game with you. Like
I think we should go.
I will take the train right down there, go to a game. I love going to road games.
So fun. I had this thing where I was trying to go to every arena and then I started running and that just didn't work out. You know, you just like lose time.
Up all the
you like lose all the time you had. Yeah, exactly. But I did make it to a Bruins game and I have a jersey. So
You got a Bruins jersey?
I'll come back to you and we'll go to a Bruins game. Yes, I have I love any jersey that's a lace up is so fun.
Oh yeah.
For me.
I should have worn my Bruins hoodie. Man, it had the laces
I
too.
missed the mark too. I really should have worn it.
Erica and I were recording the podcast last year. And the Bruins were in Vancouver. So on the West Coast, it was really late. And I got the Bruins game on mute. And then I'm like, just like this. I'm like, well, yeah, so that was my week anyways. Oh, the Bruins scored. Yay, go bro. We're going to win. And I'm like, the goalie scored. Holy shit.
Totally
it was the
derailed
goalie.
it. I'm
the Bruins goalie scored. And I got it live on air. Like they pulled the goalie. Linus Omar got the puck. He shot it down. And I'm like, oh my God.
I love when that happens.
Live recording on the air. I'm going to send it to you after this because I put it on the gram.
Oh my God. I would love to see that. That's amazing.
I'll totally go to a game. I'll probably take my daughter or in a couple years, the boys. I love going to road games. So yeah, I would go see the Devils because.
Seriously, anytime.
Yeah. You just fired your coach. So maybe you should go coach them.
Yeah, I should. I don't know how well I'll do, but yeah.
I'll help you.
I did go to the Stadium Series game, though. That was really fun.
How was that?
But I definitely had the flu while I was there. That was not fun, but the game was really fun. It was so cold. It was so cold. But we won.
The Bruins have played a couple of those. They've won every outdoor game except the one I went to, and I spent $300 to go to the game at Gillette Stadium, and that was
I know.
They didn't even show up. They lost 6-1. It was pathetic.
No.
Yeah,
that's
to Montreal, our arch rival.
That's horrible.
Well, I'm pretty sure I haven't been to a winning Patriots game ever.
I don't think I've been to like one football game in my life, and it was the Jets.
The thing about football
they
is they play for 11 seconds and they stop for 2 minutes, and then they play for 11 seconds, they stop for 2 minutes. It's like that's the tough part about football.
No. Yeah, no, it's not fun. Not fun
at all. Let me ask you this though: you're into music, you go to a lot of shows. What's the best concert you've ever been to?
Oh my God! Wow, that's like the hardest question you asked me all night. Okay. I've seen like some really, really great concerts, but I think when Billy Joel closed Shea Stadium.
You saw Billy Joel.
His last play at Shea. Oh, I've seen Billy Joel a bunch of times, but his last play at Shea was like the craziest experience ever because Paul McCartney showed up and like sang a bunch of shit and then like left. And I was like, that was the coolest thing I ever experienced in my life. And then they closed Shea Stadium and it became Citi Field. That was pretty wild. That makes so crazy. Yeah. And I was like, this was like 2008. So I was like 12.
How do you top that now? Yeah.
You can't. Unless you're going to Jonas Brothers on Broadway.
Probably
the race.
Right. That's a different story.
Oh, you're so cool, Alex, or Allie. I don't know what to call you.
I'm calling her Allie. She gave us the in.
Allie G. Oh, that's right. Now. So if people call you Allie, or do they have to say Allie G?
No, you could say Allie.
Okay, so you're Allie.
You got the Allie. See?
We're in.
See?
I took the in.
I love that.
This was fun. This was so much
really fun, guys. I could literally talk to you all night.
Let's do it again. So how about you do this? Do me a solid here. Come back after the Boston Marathon and let's talk about your race.
I would love to. And I'm stopping at mile 19. Do not let me not stop.
I have a list. We will be tracking you. I will have my megaphone so you won't be able to miss us. We have our big hanging what is it? A banner. So you won't be able to miss us.
The original logo. It doesn't have the poop logo on it, which we named him. We're going to tell you the name. If we don't release this before, I'll bleep it out, but you're going to love this. So our little logo with the running shit emoji, we gave him a name. We decided it's a him, and his name is Stoolie.
That's perfect.
He tells me it the other day, and I was just like, I don't hate it.
Honestly, yeah.
It's catchy. It grows on me. So
at first I was like, let's do a poll. Let's ask people for inputs. And then I thought of the name and I said, I'm not going to even give anyone a chance to take this away from me.
Yeah, no.
It's Stoolie. He's Stoolie.
He's Stoolie. Yeah. So you know what's so funny? One of my first projects at Sony Music when I was an intern was to proofread the liner notes for, in South Park, had Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. Yes. That's like literally what I think of when I look at your logo. Because my first project was to proofread the liner notes of Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo's like Christmas album. And then my boss came over and he was like, "This is so offensive. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, you're not continuing to read this." Like, he's like, "I'm offended." I'm like, "It's all good." Like, I'm like, I love it.
So cool. Oh my God.
But Stoolie, that's amazing. You guys need like t-shirts or something.
Oh, you're getting one. What's your size?
Oof. Any size. Small, medium, whatever you have.
You're getting a medium because I'm out of smalls.
If it has the On the Runs logo, I'm down. Mm-hmm. I'm going to rock the shit out of that for you guys.
He's going to go get it. He'll show you. It better be we have two different versions. One of them is like a really soft, like tri-blend shirt. And then the other one's like the Wiccan shirt. So yes. Yes, that's the nice, soft, like...
This is amazing.
It's great.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thanks, guys.
I really...
Headphones back in.
You're the guest. I really can't wait to see you guys in Boston. I hope I see you before the run.
I hope so too. Wait, we can be around, or at least I can be around. I'm the one without the kids, so usually that whole weekend, I'm like, bring it on, Boston. So we'll just have to figure out what we're doing, and we'll be
Your shirt will be delivered in a nice little poly mailer.
Stop.
Yes, I'm so into this.
I'm going to save that forever.
Stoolie.
I am so into this.
I think when you release the episode, it should be like me in my soccer bag, and I'll hold the On the Runs.
Yay!
It's in the mail tomorrow.
This is perfect.
This is so much fun.
Guys, I had the best time with you. Thank you so
much.
We
did too. I'm so glad we got to get to know you better. And we truly, I feel this vibe. This is so much fun.
I hope so. I hope this was good. I always get so nervous. I'm like,
no, you did great.
When there's so much to tell and you got a group like us, it's like, how do you not go off on a tangent?
See, this is exactly what we strive for. We want the easy chat stuff. We don't want it to feel like we're grilling you or anything. We want the organic flow of the story. So you nailed it. You did great.
I love it. I hope so.
And we can go long sometimes, but we purposely put you as the last one of the day because we knew
it was going to be a little bit longer.
This is amazing. Oh my God.
I put a lot of work into planning all this, and I'm like, we're going to do Alex last. Yes. Or I should say, we're going to do Allie last here. So this is a lot of fun. You're going to crush it.
So fun.
Let's stay connected.
Yes.
You got my number, or you could just DM. So you'll be there Friday night. All right, we'll figure something out. Probably Saturday day, Sunday day, and then we'll be there mile 19. Yes. Rain or shine, snow or sleep. But like I said, I'm guaranteeing you amazing weather.
You promise.
Fingers crossed.
Here's the thing with my amazing weather guarantee. If it's snowing, it's going to be amazing. If it's hailing, it's going to be amazing hail. So I'm never wrong. It's just amazing weather.
I think the snow could be fun. I don't know if it'll snow.
As long as it's not slippery for you guys, we want you to be safe. But
That's true. No new socks.
I know you're always keeping it real, Erica. See what you do.
I try. I care for all of you guys.
Unprepared. You prepared.
I'll see what else I can. I'll pack like an extra poncho for you or something if you don't have one. So I'll get you covered. Hot hands, all that good stuff.
We appreciate you.
Oh, I knew this was going to be amazing. I knew the two of you were going to mesh. I just knew you were going to be perfect for this podcast and for our style. Thank you for coming on for Boston Weeks and being a part of this. I can't wait to talk to you after and hear how it went. I can't wait to see you at mile 19 with your seltzer, maybe a slice of pizza, a veggie pizza,
and
M&Ms.
That's right.
I can't promise the pizza because pizza's pizza. I guess it's good cold.
Maybe like Tuesday after we'll get some pizza.
Yeah. Oh,
perfect.
Okay. Let's go out Tuesday. How about that will be the game plan? We're going to meet Allie after Boston.
Yes.
All right. Allie is Tuesday after Boston. We'll make it happen. I'll get a babysitter so we don't have to like squeeze in everyone on Saturday. We need to do it just like we did this podcast. Put Allie last because we're going to spend the most time with her.
Save the best for last.
Best for last.
You're all the best, but we're going to hang out with Allie last.
Yes.
Okay. You worded it well.
Oh, I love it. Thank you guys so much for having me. I had the best time. The best time. My new besties.
Did too.
We're going to Red Rocks. You're going to U2. We're doing all the things. Hockey.
Yes.
We are just going to live
Peloton
our
Studio.
best lives together.
That's right. Peloton Studio.
Hey, listen, yes. I mean, I know I could just DM her because I DM her about once every other month and we chat, but we really want to go to a Bex class. Maybe you could do it with us.
We should get in. Let me put in a word.
That's what I need.
Magic Alley.
That's what I need because, man, it was stressful trying to like get into other classes. When we went for Matt, we were very lucky. We have this amazing friend. His name is Josh, and he got us included in for a Matt class back in January.
Wait, Josh Vernon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love him. He's great.
He's the man.
He's the man.
Are you part of Wicked Smart Zone? Did we not even talk about this?
We did not even talk about this, but I am going to the event that Josh is working on Saturday before Boston. So if y'all are going, I'll see you there.
Excellent.
Or actually, it might be Sunday. I'm sorry. Don't quote me. It's Sunday.
Well, we will look it up and try our best.
From like before the pod. We're part of like the Wicked Smart Zone Facebook group. And so he invited us to the Matt ride, and I could not have done it without him because I was just like, I had so much going on. I'm like, just tell me, email, what do you need? I'll send right now. Here's my money. Take it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need
we'll
that
make
for
it
Bex
happen.
too.
We got to do a Bex class together.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. By the way, I loved your episode with her. It was incredible. Anything you guys did was incredible.
Talk about nerves. I wanted to like pee myself the whole time.
She wanted to throw up like you did in the airport.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you hold her hair back?
It was virtual. I did it virtually.
I would have offered.
You know what's really funny?
She's as amazing as we know she is.
Seriously.
I brushed my teeth before that, like minutes before. That's how nervous I was. I'm like, I need to brush my teeth. I can smell my breath.
I
brushed my teeth tonight.
But we did this at like 1:00 in the afternoon. And I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm going to brush my teeth. I have no clue why I did that.
Whatever makes you feel good, man.
Yeah, exactly. Look good, feel good, right?
Bex was a gem too. Bex was a gem. Her whole team was a gem. They were amazing. She was, it was a big deal. I wanted to get Bex for Erica. That was it. That was the thing. I'm like, I want to get her. I tried to do it for her birthday. That didn't work out time wise, but she was so patient and we made it happen.
Aww.
And it was so cool. It was
a cool episode. You guys rocked it. Erica, I can even tell you were nervous.
Well, I'm so glad you liked it. You're too sweet.
I love it all. I
felt it, but I'm glad it didn't come through that bad.
No, it didn't come through at all. I promise.
Great, thank you.
But
this was fun.
Episode.
This was fun. We'll have you back in a couple of weeks.
Yes, I'm so excited.
For a recap.
And thanks for introducing me to the queen herself before we started. So
how cool was that?
Oh,
I think I brushed my teeth before that one too.
Yeah.
I think I did because I actually had like a piece of string cheese in my teeth.
Yeah.
Not that anybody needed to know that, but
I definitely most definitely overshared. So I'll hear all your stories.
Yay. We love
you guys are gems. You're both amazing. I can't wait to do all the fun things with you and see you at Boston.
Yes. So we got T-minus a month, less than a month. So good luck with the rest of your training.
Actually in a week.
It's in a week and a half.
It's in a week and a half when this drops.
At the time of recording.
Make me shit myself.
At the time of recording, you have less than a month. But when this drops, it's right around the corner. So hope training went well. Hope you're ready. Enjoy yourself. And we will see you there.
Thanks,
Jason's going to say, well, we'll see. But right now, to everyone else.
We'll see you there.
That's all right.
To everybody else, this was Alex Granata on the On the Runs podcast. But to us, this was Allie G on the On the Runs podcast. I hope you all enjoyed that.
Allie, oh my God. I love you so much. We are so proud of everything you're doing. I really hope we get to meet up in Boston when you're here, because I just need to give you a giant hug. I think you're amazing.
Well, our game plan is Tuesday night after the marathon.
Mm-hmm.
That's our game plan.
Do we have plans
we got to figure it out
in stone?
Well, we'll have to see. She'll be there. Maybe she can make a trip up to your house and we can record in your living room. Or maybe we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got to get the recap.
To some dinner or something. We gotta, we got to do something.
We got to get the recap, Allie. So I'm so excited, man. As I said, we blended out there on that episode.
Obsessed with that playlist. I've been
Tell everybody what I'm talking about when I go. We blended.
So I don't know if you guys use Spotify, and we know we have a lot of fruit users. Again, nobody knows about that yet. So we use Spotify, and they have this really cool thing where you can invite somebody to make a blended playlist together. So it takes a little bit of what you like, a little bit of what they like, makes you this awesome playlist. So you can discover new music, vibe over stuff that you both love together, and it is just so much fun. And plus, it's like a living playlist. You know that I have made our On the Runs playlist a living playlist. But it is so fun. Like every couple of days, it will refresh and put new songs on it. So it's like discovering something new every time you go to listen.
Yes.
It's so good.
I love my blended playlist with Allie. It's the only thing I listen to now. Like all what I listened to before was my liked list on shuffle.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a playlist. I don't.
I do.
I'm that lame or old. So thankful for Allie for giving me a playlist to listen to now.
But it's just so good. I've been obsessed with it for a while now. So yes, I am very thankful for that too. But I can't remember if in the end of the episode, since it's been a few weeks since we recorded, but
2 weeks.
Were we talking about it at the end, or did we stop recording and we were like, oh my God, this is such a good playlist. We got this.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You may hear me talking about it, but it was so good.
I also want to say something for everyone who listened. I want to know, tell me if everything sounded great or just how the whole entire production of that came out, because that was my first episode I edited on the Riverside platform. Typically, I will pull all our individual track files and I'll edit it on another third-party software for editing. I did that one on Riverside because now that we're going to YouTube, I don't want to do double the work. So I'm able to edit the video and the audio at the same time, but not individual tracks. So no longer can I really remove when Erica talks over me, which she does all the time. Or no longer can I take a copy and paste of Erica's laughing and put it in front of my joke or after my joke. So
he's going to get crickets.
You've never given me crickets.
No, I know, but you make it seem like I don't laugh at any of your jokes. So now you guys will really see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm really curious how you guys are going to view that episode just from the audio standpoint, if you think it's good or was there too much of this or not enough of that, because I did it a little differently, and not that that's how I'm going to always do it, but I was trying. So Allie, you were kind of my guinea pig there. I wasn't going to make that happen on 101 or 100. So on 100, I edited it twice. And I was like,
Oof.
I can't keep doing this twice. So
that's a lot of double the work. Yeah. But don't worry. I will give you my honest opinion on it. So I will always do that for you.
Well, speaking of YouTube, we've been teasing that we're going to be dropping episodes. And so just the other day, you and I tried to do a couple 30-second intros for the videos I already edited. Like right after this, we're going to do it for Alex, right?
That is so hard to do.
Funny and awkward and hard was that?
You wouldn't think that it would be a lot of work, but we were like, oh, we hate that. Like, let's redo this. And it seemed unnatural a little bit. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be.
Let's do a practice one for Alex right now on the pod. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
What's up, no.
3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody, and welcome to our... See, I already messed up.
See, it's so much more difficult than you would think. Seriously.
Here we go. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the On the Runs YouTube channel, where we're bringing you some of our amazing guests that we've recorded with. On this episode 101, we have The AllieGshow.
Here comes Alex Granata on the On the Runs podcast. We hope you love her YouTube video.
See, I already don't like that.
I don't either. I feel like I'm on the spot. I need to.
I actually like everything I said, but I don't like what you said. I want you to be like, oh, Allie G was amazing. We just blended. It was so much fun, guys.
See,
you're going to love this.
We're not live or anything. Yeah, we're not live or anything, but I'm like, I'm so on the, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So, Allie, you'll get a way, way better intro.
Now we should use that one.
Chill for a few. I mean, you can if you want, but.
So, dropping, and hopefully I can edit this tomorrow, because all I got to do is now is piece it together. Mm-hmm. So, maybe sometime Thursday or Friday, I will drop episode 99 of the On the Runs podcast, when we had Will Run For on our YouTube channel. And then I'm thinking Monday I will do episode 100 with Catherine.
Okay.
Now
we'll really have to practice some intros for those.
Yeah. I will have to figure out our cadence for dropping YouTube videos. Will I always do the episode a week later, 2 days later? Depends if I don't know. I kind of think I'm going to like doing 2 drops a week, but we shouldn't get into that habit. It's summertime. It's going to be nice. 2 times a week for the next couple weeks are fine.
A vacation again, because I didn't get one in
You're going on a vacation in a couple of months. I don't care that you're running 100 miles during it. You're going away for 2 weeks. I got to find substitute guests for those 2 weeks. I'm working on it. I'm working on some good ones.
Yeah, you told me. But yeah, everybody's gearing up for Boston with these Boston weeks. Episode drops, and here I am. I'm starting to plan my Washington vacation. I'm looking forward to that.
Yep, I'm excited. Are you going to do 100? Is she going to do it? Is she not?
You better believe I'm going to do it. I'm not a quitter. I've already been planning.
I think you're going to do it because it's not a loop race.
Yeah. But I do run by the end point a few times, so it's going to be. But I can't quit. No way. I need the state. Yes,
absolutely. Hey, we got to talk about this. It's April, but last month was what?
We're finally ending the goddamn March Madness. It's over.
Goddamn March Madness. It was amazing. Let's talk about it with a positive voice. Not that it was a lot of work and a lot of fun, which it was.
It was a lot of fun, except for the fact that you ask me every time, what month is it?
But that was like the theme. It was like the theme that's going to happen next year in March when we do this again. And I have no clue what category we're going to use because, man, that
was hard to think of, right?
How amazing was March Madness? We brainstormed this up in an hour with Pterodactyl and Lindsay. And then I spent a couple long nights working on it on Canva. There was some frustration. Once or twice, I actually turned the computer off. I shut it and I'm like, I'll tackle it again tomorrow. I'll Google and YouTube some stuff. Learned a lot. But man, we had 32 different food and drink options for the March Madness running edition On the Runs bracket challenge. And it went down to the wire.
It went into overtime. That's more than the wire.
It went into double overtime. I couldn't believe it. I got worried in the Elite 8 because one of them was a tie super late. I think it was I think it was bagel and waffles, or it could have been, no, Elite Eight. I forget what it was. Maybe it was gels and water. Gels and water was tied really late. And
Oh,
then at the
yep.
last minute, someone came in. I even said who it was earlier. Someone came in
It
and
was
voted.
Janine, wasn't it?
Janine. That's right.
Yes.
She voted for water.
Yeah, her and I were talking. She's like, I don't like gels. What do you use? So here's my no free ads Scratch Lab super high carb. Delicious.
So we had the final four. It was pasta versus bagel, water versus burger. And bagel beat pasta. Never did not see that coming. If you asked Pterodactyl, the final would have been pasta and beer, and neither of them even made it. Pasta didn't make it.
I was off by the choices, but hey, that's how it goes. You never know.
I was so happy that bagel won because my vote was bagel.
Yeah.
And then burger, I did not see burger coming. Burger didn't even win the first round for me. I picked hot dog. Burger crushed hot dog. Then burger beat beer. That was a surprise. And then it beat the burrito, which, yeah. Then it beat the burrito, and I don't think that was so much of an upset.
No.
But I wasn't expecting burger and burrito in the Elite Eight. And burger made it not only to the final, but it beat bagel in double overtime to be the On the Runs March Madness champion.
You know who must be very happy about the winner? It's got to be Lindsay. Didn't she? I think Burger went all the way for her.
Maybe she's smarter than we thought.
Of course she's smart. But hey, I had pizza. You could put pizza on a bagel. You could put pizza on a burger. I would eat it. So
next week, you guys are going to meet two other amazing guests, right? But we were recording with one of them when this all went down, and I was very distracted. And I'm like, hold on. So these votes on Instagram, stupid me didn't look at the archives. I'm just thinking, it's going to disappear. It's going to disappear after 24 hours. Yeah. So I kept refreshing it because it was tied. And burger and bagel tied 50% to 50%. Of course, it was 50-50. For the championship. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know what to do. So I made a quick post that said, like, we're figuring it out at the same time as you. Like, and then we were recording. I just wanted to give our guests our attention. We decided, okay, we're going to overtime. It's going to be an 8-hour vote, 12 noon the next day to 8 p.m. And if it's still tied after that, next vote wins. What shocked me was in that 8 hours of overtime, we had more votes than the 24 hours from the day before.
See, I love that.
Still ended in a 50-50 tie. It was 6 more votes, by the way.
How much longer did it take to get that final tie-breaking vote?
It took about 50 minutes because I was waiting and refreshing.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
I decided to make a post, and it said, next vote wins. So I'm thinking maybe someone will see that and will be like, oh, I didn't vote. I'm going to go back. And Mr. 26.2 Todd came in and scored the winning goal for Burger.
That somehow doesn't surprise me, but way to go, Megatod.
Megatod pulled through and was the deciding vote. And
honestly, I'm not mad that Burger went all the way. Burger.
No, me neither. Me neither. What are we going to do next year? What's the category? Like, Shauna goes, oh, you can do any category. You don't need to do 32. No, it needs to be 32.
32
it needs to be
worked
4
really
regions with 8 in each region. It needs to last all month long. Yeah. What are we going to do? Will it be races? Will it be shoes? Will it be running underwear? Will it be
races? Would be good. That could be a real conversation starter too. We can get people to throw out some of their favorites, and we could have maybe like a marathon bracket, a half marathon bracket, a 10K bracket, a 5K bracket, like a region. Ooh, the regions.
I feel like whatever comes out of the marathon bracket will win, though.
You never know.
You never know. We maybe need to we'll have to have a in-depth episode talking about each race and
why they're so awesome.
Right. So people will understand oh, I got to think of this. Like the Signet Elliott 5K is one of the biggest 5Ks in the world. That should count over a half a marathon in Idaho. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just stating facts here.
Speaking of that, the Flying Pig Marathon just won the favorite. I think it's the Race Rave's favorite marathon in the country. and I get to run it in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
Very
Hopefully it doesn't
excited.
rain like it did last year there.
It's funny you mentioned that. Angela just had a post. She said this is reminiscent of last year's Flying Pig, and it was just people like runners like, oh, refuse to miss a run in the rain, and it's absolutely downpouring. So I sent her a thing that just was like, here's hoping that Flying Pig is ... drier. I don't want to run in that kind of shit. I will, but I don't want to.
I think you're going to get amazing weather at Flying Pig. Just
really
like I said, amazing weather. It's going to be amazing. It's just
you
not
promise? You
promise?
promise?
Yeah, amazing.
You're
amazing.
good at that.
I am. It's either going to be amazingly beautiful or like some amazing storms, like amazing rain or amazing snow. It's going to be amazing.
No,
whatever it is.
no.
It's not going to be any like, it's not going to be like just kind of cold and gray. It's going to be amazing.
At least I know who to blame if
epic weather. You're going to get like epic tornadoes.
Hard pass.
Hey, back to the March Madness though. Like that was so cool, so much fun. I think I want to bring back the foods. I want to bring back this same bracket in a few years when that like 1,000 followers on Instagram turns into like 10,000. I want to do it then. Because
you gotta reorder some of the stuff, you know.
Maybe, well, like I'll put pizza where it would face off against pasta in the Elite Eight. But I want to see like how this same bracket does with 10 times the followers. So
yeah, that would be fun.
I think it would be fun to rehash this bracket. I'll save it on Canva. Thank you, Canva. You're awesome. I'm learning. This is great. I will save it and we will use it again in like 3-4 years when we have 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe 100,000 followers. If we ever hit that number, or I should say when we hit that number.
Sure.
Yes.
One thing we need to discuss is when we are going to do our little race and eat the winners, we gotta plan that sometime soon.
We'll plan it maybe after all this Boston madness.
After Boston, yes.
All the Boston madness. Hey, you have a note on our docs about Catherine and Alex getting to meet, and I think we kind of talked about that, and it was kind of on the podcast, but
yeah. So we kind of touched upon it, I think, where we had a surprise. Our future guest jump in the studio early and got to meet Catherine for a couple of minutes, and since we failed to ask Catherine what her Code Brown commandment was, she had given Allie a little bit of advice in saying, always end your runs on a downhill. So she said that with the intent of doing downhill training and training your legs for downhill, especially with Boston, how the first 10 miles are downhill and it burns out your quad. So you have to just kind of on tired legs, train them on a downhill and that way. And that should be extra good training for you.
I love that. So you gave Catherine a Spotify song for the playlist and you also picked a Code Brown commandment for her. So always finish your runs on a downhill. I love it. And you're awesome. Your face is on her Instagram page. You're going to be a rock star. You're going to one day grow bigger than the podcast. And you're just going to be like, Eric who? Eric who? Guys, come and join me at my shakeout run here in Chicago. Eric who?
See, this will down the line when your kids are a little bit older and you could do like day trips here and there. You and I will do a little like New England circuit and get to meet all of our fans and stuff. So I ain't going anywhere without you, man. But yeah, Catherine gave us that one herself. So I was just translating her words.
Yes. Well, this was a fun week. 2 episodes this week, 2 episodes next week, and then we'll have a bunch of fun Boston Marathon recaps the following weeks after that. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to tell you guys, we gave the little running poop emoji on our logo a name. And we'll talk about that next week. You guys are going to love it.
It's really fun and it's really cute.
Yeah, we were going to do a vote and then we're like, nope, I love this name. I don't even want to chance it.
No complaints from me. He ran it by me and I said, I like it.
Next week, we have 2 more amazing guests for Boston Weeks. One of them is a local New Hampshire legend. I will call her a legend. She might be like, oh, no, I'm not. No, she is a local legend in the New Hampshire running community. And then we have someone else we just talked to the other day, and she is super amazing and super fun. And you guys are going to love her too. 4 amazing women for Boston Weeks this year. Guys, we'll give you some love next year, but it's just meant to be. It was
I don't think
meant
we
to
could have
be.
done any better this year. This is going to be a truly epic Boston Weeks.
So guys, if you could do us a favor, if you don't follow us on Instagram, give us a follow. Click the link in bio. You can find us everywhere in that link in bio on our link tree. If you know how to do it, give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Fruit Podcast and write a review on Fruit Podcast. That would be so amazing, even though we'll probably never read it. So if you send it, take a screenshot because we don't have Fruit phones, so we can't look at the Fruit Podcast reviews.
I think people are going to know what the fruit is now. You think?
I love it. So yeah, thank you everyone for your support. Thank you everyone for sharing and writing all those amazing messages over the last couple of days after our 100th episode.
It really means a lot.
Not only were they like, hey, congrats on Catherine, or Catherine was amazing. They were like, hey, congrats on the runs on 100th episode. That was amazing. I loved it. Guys, you are amazing. And if you really love us, we are on Patreon, and you can help support us on Patreon and be a friend of the pod or a lover on the pod. And we're getting more involved in that this year. It's going to be fun. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. I love you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the snow. It's the last snow of the year. I promise you that. It is the last snow of the year.
Better be, or else.
And Boston Marathon's going to come up, and we're going to have amazing weather for the marathon. So Erica, have a great weekend and take us home.
I hope everyone is tapering well since Boston is right around the corner. Fingers crossed for some nice weather for you. Knock on wood, too. You know we love you. And don't forget to stretch.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, you ready?
Oop, hold on a second. I just saw a funny post from Charlotte saying that she'll never get a shoe contract because she's got a whole video of like all of her shoes and like all the funny things that she does on her feet when she does her costumes. And I said, you don't need a shoe deal. You need something like a deal from Joanne Fabrics. And she's like, yeah, I really do. I spent a lot of time there. So Joanne Fabrics, if you're listening, we know somebody who can represent you.